Wondering how to make a play all night, looking your way from out of sight, thinking I should ask if you're doing alright. You weren't easy and so hard to ignore. Pull up on your right, ask what you're drinking, ask what you like. Said you look good in the dim bar light, so damn cheesy. Who'd have thought you'd fall for somebody like me? When you asked my name, I panicked, so out of my league. And your body was so magnetic. Before I knew it, we talked, and I think about you, a cocktail. You told me that you've been waiting for somebody like me. You the city, how'd you let somebody so pretty's what they said to me? Yeah, that's what they said to me. Well, they told me I didn't stand a chance, yeah. Face value, had you at a glance, yeah. But nobody ever asked if you could dance, yeah. Well, only one who did that was somebody like me. When you asked my name, I panicked, so out of my league. And your body was so magnetic. Before I knew it, we talked, and I think about you.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody is having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. We got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels on the evening for the NA realm, the final duels of the season 3. Boys, can you believe season 4 is actually finally here? This Tuesday, Wednesday reset. I mean, we got what? We got at least something to do until Dragonflight, yeah? So you either got that alpha, or hopefully we'll be getting a beta sometime soon, and more people will get an invite. But until then, at least Season 4 content should be holding us off, dude. Yes, Season 4, what is that? Let me explain. Season 4 is a bonus season added. Normally, Shadowlands would have ended with Season 3. It would have just lasted for this season until eternity. Season 4 is a new experimental season where Blizzard is going to try some different things. All the suggestions the community has given them of, hey, you have all these dungeons, all these raids, why don't you find a way to reuse them? Like, we do these things once and never go back to them again. And also, can you give us something to do in between while waiting for Dragonflight? We don't want a content drought, really, Blizzard. Give us something, anything. So this is a new experimental season, not super serious, but it's going to do things different. This season, it's going to have raiding. Let me get the music up and running. Raiding with affixes. Affixes in raids. We'll see how good that goes. And all 3 raids of Shadowlands are going to be used in rotation. Real quick, boys. Real quick. Sorry about that. I got my coffee. So what I was saying, raiding with affixes, which is going to be interesting. Affixes that'll add bonus mechanics, and all 3 raids of Shadowlands. Castle Nothria, Sanctum, and Sepulchre are going to be on a rotation. One of these raids is going to be made fated, which gives it bonus affixes and better stuff. Yo, Alphys, my man, yo, that's a name I haven't seen and heard in a while. Yo, can we get a hashtag Alphys in chat? Show it out, appreciate you for becoming a member, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. Hope you're having a good one. Hashtag Alphys, boys, for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mythic Pluses, you get a whole new set of dungeons. Don't have to worry about going to Plaguefall or doing Sing with Depths. Dungeons for this season are gonna be Tazavesh Part 1 and Part 2. You got Karazhan returning, upper and lower. You got Mechagon from BFA, Workshop, and Junkyard. And you got 2 WAD dungeons turned into Mythic Plus. What is this? Yo, hold up! What the? Oh my god! Oh man! Are you kidding me?
Much love, brother.
Oh my god! Can we get hashtag Bowman in the chat? My man, what the hell? 51? Yo, that's huge. My guy, thank you so much. Can we get a hashtag Bowman, boys? Oh my goodness, my man. Thank you so much. All of us, by the way, if you want to join our Discord and connect your YouTube account to Disc, you get a special role. My guy, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Also, we had emotes in the chat. Feel free to use them as much as you want to spam them if you want to. We got some of the best, some of the best emotes on this side of YouTube, boys. Spam them up as much as you can. Thank you so much for joining, though. Yo, hashtag Bowman, hashtag Office. Thanks so much, boys. I appreciate you. We just started. We haven't even really gotten to stuff. And PvP season also, PvP is also getting season 4. So it's a new opportunity for you to get gear. It's going to be a faster season, so all the catch-up benefits are enabled day 1. So if you want to play a bunch of vaults at the beginning of this new season, you're more than welcome to. There is new rewards. There's a new mount for Mythic Pluses, new mount for raid for PvPers. All the mounts you can get still from Mythic raids. All those are still available. And there's a new slime kitty mount for doing every boss in Fated difficulty, normal, heroic, or Mythic. If you do every single raid on Fated difficulty, you got a slime kitty mount. So that should be pretty cool. We saw the model of that just the other day. So that's pretty exciting. Boys, let's hop on those live rounds over for the NA and get some duels rolling, yeah? Let's get those duels up and running, boys. Also got a tweet that the stream is up and running, so I can get a retweet. Whee. Big old retweet. And hopefully they get some new boys, some new faces in here as well. I wonder if that does help. I'm sure it helps a little bit, because usually you get retweeted by PvP communities, and that helps out a ton. Get some more eyeballs on these things. Hey, broski, now let's go, Ricardo. Hope you having a good one. AC, item. I got Reverend's Basic. We got Havoc. We got Gage, Trice, Jack Wagon. How you doing, my man? We got Warthers. How you boys all doing? Welcome, welcome. Yo, let's get some groups up and running, yeah? If y'all got a group, host them over in the LFG. LFG specifically, do it in the legacy raids so we can utilize the cross faction in order to get a bunch of boys invited to one another without the faction borders. Yeah, I got a group forming on the legacy. Awesome. Yeah, legacy raid is like the best way to do it right now. We used to do it to custom PvP, but yeah, a retail is uninstalled until pre-patch. I'm going to be classic and I don't have another season of selling me. That's fair enough for Reverence. I'm definitely going to enjoy some Mythic Pluses. But if you're playing Classic, yo, bro, that was the time to do it too. With Wrath of Lich King coming out so soon, yeah. Now if you got leveling bonuses for both of them too. 5, Chicago's already ready. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, boys! Oh, let's go. Let me just adjust my UI for the duels. Chicago's already ready, boys. Yo, we got groups up and running in LFG. If y'all want to join in, Dungeons and Raids, pre-made groups, Raids Legacy. Top number 5, and you got yourself a group over with. Alphys got a group, but Alphys can also join in Warthorus and Casper, which just looks like exactly what he's going to be doing in just a moment. We host him in Raids Legacy chat, not because we're actually going to raid, but just so we can utilize the cross-faction PvP. And hosting in the RBG section, that's just way too wild. That's just way too wild. Wrath is gonna breathe live back to me again. For real, I think Wrath for a lot of players that are big classic enjoyers is gonna be a nice bit of like a break. Especially if you're like, especially if you're playing Shadowlands, so I feel like playing a bit of Wrath is gonna be a healthy, man. Definitely gonna be a healthy choice. Got 5 down, let's go, boys. As soon as you delist, we can get you guys up and running. And first arena, I definitely want to throw you guys in the grand. I don't want to throw you into the what's that arena that we usually get? Check and speak. I want to see if I can have some control in that. Invite spectator match. Let's do Chicago and Warthorus. 5 the grand one. Because I feel like throwing you guys. Oh, come on. Did I mess it up? I really messed it up, didn't I? Spectator match Chicago Warthorus 5 in the grand 1. Here we go. Where do you find these cool transmogs? These mogs? Yeah, dude, you know what I mean? Just in that one is just a mismatch, let's be honest. But like the other mogs that I have, that one's just majority of that mog is Zera Morty stuff, like leather rogue stuff, and then shoulders are from the raid, like a druid piece. But you can get some of those pieces that are lookalike sets. So that's a druid shoulder that I was just able to slap on. The glaive, I have no idea. I really do got to redo that character's whole mog. I want to give him like a full like a MMA fighter, like the referee kind of bot, because I feel like I host a lot of these duels, so I get an up close view. That's what I have for my like a more official looking mug for my hunter on EU. I need to do one for NA as well. I just didn't get some gold to that guy. Just go buy the Trasok pieces to make it work. I think it'll look fantastic. All right, let's get you guys. Let's get the duels up and running in here. Yeah, let's get you know what? This song is good, but I feel like I gotta swap out of that one. Yeah, that's a good one to start with. I like this. All right, boys, let's have some fun. Switch. Last few duels of season 3. Let's enjoy ourselves. Yeah. Seavark over on the team 1, ready to go as a big old Orca Smorkas. He's got to be excited about them arcade buffs coming out in just a few days. 50% missile buff should be pretty good. A-list over in the Boomkin. We got ourselves Maverick, probably going to be up first. Looks like, I like the set, by the way. It looks so good. We got ourselves in the back Reverence of the Warlock, as well as Chicago, ready to go for the enhancement, Shamancement over for the team 1. We got ourselves Nightshade waiting out for the other competitor. Both of them are rogues, both of them stealthy. Alphas on the team 2. We got Popo back here as well. We got Speed joining in, and we got ourselves Wortho Druid. Trying to see if he can make a play as a Boomkin. Nightshade just kind of huddling in place, waiting out for Mav. Mav exploring a little bit, but not too much. But waiting, he's waiting for movement, he's watching out. They're both just making check in the back, like, am I fighting the rogue? You are fighting rogues. It is a rogue stealthy versus stealthy duel. You guys have no idea that you've been staring at each other in the same direction. By the way, I'm liking that Tabard Nightshade. I look good on the mug. That actually looks so good. I mean, your stealthy, so it's a little translucent, but like once you come out of stealth, that thing looks great. That thing looks fitting. Bit of a stealthy duel here, boys. Wrath gonna be great for PvPers. Wasn't Wrath like the fastest PvP ever? Like Shadowlands PvP was quick, but wasn't Wrath even faster? Dude, I think it's gonna be interesting. If Wrath PvP's meta is literally faster than Shadowlands, that's gonna be a trip. Gonna be Nightshade getting that opener, picking up the eyes, trying to see if he can get himself a Southern person. Maribeth is gonna go for the cheap shot, get a shot, massive damage without missing. Maribeth is just backpedaling out of it, not really prepared for those bursts. And Nightshade with an evasion goes in for a blind, looking for that reset versus the rogue. And this is going to go for a, I think, an auto attack. I don't think it was able to get a proper reset. Going to be Maris trying to see if they can maybe get a setup with a cheap shot wombo combo. Big Wizards back to back. Nightshade trying to see if he gets some damage of his own. Just trying to get aggressive. Going to be a vanish shot of Maverith. Could go for the opener back on Rushade. Trying to go for a cheap shot with a super giga DR. That's going to be cheap death out of one of the rogues, but doesn't survive a kidney shot to follow. It looks like Nightshade was able to stab him out to the end. With A is going to be up next as a Boomkin. Kind of giving Nightshade an opportunity to get at least a bit of a reset. At least giving an opportunity to catch himself a bit of a go in the opener. Nightshade walking into this duel without a trick, no evasion. As he did spend a lot of cooldowns into that rogue when it comes to that duel. And Age is going to start a bear. Literally gives this man an opportunity to get a proper opener. Walking by next to the eyes. Shadow Strike opener by Nightshade. Has the Shadow Blades rolling with the Thorns immediately. Nightshade could go for a kidney shot. Ace does have Thorns. Does he commit? Cloak of Shadows to follow. Ace decided to play it a little bit defensive. Trying to get himself a heal. Bear form. Does he play Flash Gun by any chance? He does not. He is playing a Kyrian Druid instead. So potentially get himself some big Kyrian bursts if he wanted to. Does get himself a full recovery. Looks like he's sipping up. Potentially to go for the big sippy build. Big Kyrian burst with full Celestial Arm Incarnation. Cheat down another rogue as he does get dots on him with a cheap shot. Trying to see if he can escape, but Ace does end up locking him down with a full burst. Korean Boomkin is a build that I still gotta get a chance to play, man. I haven't actually played that, explored that potential all that much. Speed gonna be up next versus Ace. He just pops to the bear form, kind of letting the rogue go in stealthy if he wants to, not really getting aggressive, even though he's got full incarnation rolling. This way you would want to just take that momentum and capitalize into the rogue. Ace just letting his cooldowns kind of tick out, letting the rogue get a proper opener. Good road as he goes in. Could go for a big vendetta. He's playing that sepsis. No, he's a Necro Road, so he's got himself a little bit more of a sustained damage. Big bleeds. Get a shot into Ace. Could be vendetta. Ace playing it defensively, but the dots are just rotting him down. No vendetta, nothing. He's just melting either way. Cloak. Oh my god. Cyclone of speed just lets the dogs do work. He didn't even burn the Vendetta. He just popped all the bleeds on him and let him do work with that Shiv, which is absolutely brutal. Chicago up next versus Speed with the Earth Elemental Kidney Shot by the Rogue, committing that Vendetta. It's going to be Chicago tricking it out with a big old chain of armor, Speed with the Cloak Shot and evasion, trying to see if he can tank up against as much damage. But Chicago does dip an advantage as he realizes that his coolness may not be enough smoke bomb to give him a little bit of a cover, trying to dive back into stealth if he can at all. Does go for a mutilate as Chicago closes the gap, but Speed is limited to what he can do. Blind to Chicago, no trick available. The Earth Elemental does get stunned up too. Wait, what did Earth Elemental get stunned with? Wait, so he blinded Chicago. I guess he had a kidney shot for the Elemental. I guess so. Chicago out in the open does have the trusty Earth Ellie for the big bolstering defensive. But unless he can catch up to the Rogue, pick up the eyes and find him, the Rogue should be able to get himself a proper reset. At least it's not a subtlety Rogue who just gets default healing while in stealth. But he is going to have to burn that Sipic up back to back just to make sure that he can recover. Chicago picking up the eyes, looking for him, looking to check the back of the rooms by the gates where they started. And Speed is just chilling way out in the front, just waiting. Chicago may end up picking up the second set of eyes though. There's maybe one of those dampener games. What was that dampener Speed was doing earlier, by the way, with the bleeds? That was insane. That was actually just incredible. I want to see if he can do it again. Stun totem with a slow around the corner. Chicago more or less has an idea where the Rogue would be. Another set of ice available in case you want to pick it up. Rogue goes in for a full flush cut. And Chicago, I guess they just have to wait for Rogue either to open up on them or commit and pick up the other set of eyes and potentially find them. But it looks like maybe they're just going to play it a little bit more passively. Just let the Rogue walk at him. It's going to be an opener. Garrode with a kidney shot, maybe potentially. Sundered by Chicago a little bit early. And Speed accidentally does end up hitting Reverence with the spike. Not much you can really do about it. But it does mean that he's going to end up getting more calm points out of that ability. Stun on Chicago does get trapped up in his static totem, but those dots are just doing work. Wait, he actually might just end up taking him out with a single kidney shot. What was that kidney? Does he play Jeeper Strat kidney? He may be playing Jeeper Stratagem kidney, chat. I think he just may be playing the longest kidney of his life. See if I try to see if he might be able to catch up to the Rogue. Shadow step around the corner as the Rogue is looking for a reset. Has advantage in case he needs to, but I think he's trying to see if he can hold it off as best as possible. Has the blind for Seaverk in case he wants to use that. He could potentially set it up. Seaverk with that halted time could set up onto the Rogue. Does get him out with a barrage. Slows are going to be permanent. You can't really escape him. Try to see if he can door shadows. Does get disrupted. Polymorph, but is going to be able to blink it. Missiles to follow Speed. Then he's going to go for that blind to trick it out of Seaverk. Just try to see if he can pressure out the Rogue. Try to see if he can maybe destroy it with that board with a vent here. Couldn't quite do it. The Nova does get him out the open. Massive blast of the Speed. He just has no health whatsoever. That touches magic just got you dead. That's a secure kill, right? Stealth for the Rogue. Wait, no, touches the magic is probably gonna. Wait, does Statue of Magic even do anything when you stealth? Maybe. Maybe that's what got him out of stealth just now. That was so close. Oh my god, there was just so much damage. That was an incredible amount of burst with this arcade. Oh my goodness. Could Speed recover though? This man might actually be able to make it happen. As an ultra time for Seaverk, but he does reset himself a little too early when he was on top of the Rogue. But he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know that he was right on top of him. Picking up another set of eyes. Looking to potentially get around the Rogue. He does need to find him out in the open, get some blasting damage in. The Speed does have full Vendetta ready. That's an ice buck available for Seaverk. That silence opener is going to give him a little bit more opportunity to at least get a go versus Seaverk, building up calm points off of that cheap shot. And Seaverk waddling after Speed. Smoke going to give himself a little bit of cover. Seaverk does not have an ult time to set up, but he's going to keep blasting and keep barraging that Kevin Slime in order to give himself a little bit of movement to work with. Flash cut down to Speed. Touches the magic, doesn't end up interrupting him, and Speed does not really have much to work with. Missiles is going to be blasted, just ripping him to shreds right now, atomizing the boy. Door shadows around the corner. Speed just trying to see if he can maybe maintain himself for a little bit here with mobility. Touches the magic, slamming down on a big barrage to follow. Kidney shot to Seaverk. Has the blink for it. Another barrage is going to be over for the Rogue. Does fire blast him at the end. Oh my goodness, that Rogue actually lived for quite a while. That Rogue actually did do a little bit of work. Olfus is going to be up next versus Seaverk with the Resonator immediately. Seaverk has the ultimate time in order to recover as much health as possible. Potentially could maybe put himself in a better spot. Does go for a food immediately with a missiles right after. Realizes that Olfus out in the open. Definitely knows he's going to see him eating food. He has to get aggressive in biz, try to get whatever food he can, but he knows Alphys is going to keep moonfiring him. As soon as that happens, just needs to get aggressive. At least you get in some slows onto Alphys. Barks it up really early for the Druid. Maybe a little early before Sivir can one come in and damage, so potentially could be defensive that Alphys will not have available at a later time. Ultra time up for Sivir. No, it's Skull Badge for Alphys for a while. Sivir can actually get some damage happen. And he got himself a haze buff, potentially a crit buff for Reversa, most likely Reversa. Maim does have the ultra time, potentially could be a skull badge by Alphys, wouldn't be able to, could potentially get silenced and rooted out in the open if he continues using abilities. Alphys does go turn to bear for a second, try to get a skull badge from Stewart. Big bleeds are up and running. Stewart is gonna go for an ice buck. Alphys does have mirror images on him, eventually he's gonna silence and put him in put him in a bad spot with a silence, can't heal himself, can't even power shift out of it easily. Oh my goodness, and against Sirik, an opportunity to actually get a kill. With Popo gonna be up next among the Necrolord variety versus Sirik, at least give an opportunity to catch up a little bit of healing and give him as much of an honor duel as humanly possible. Just try to give him a humane way of going down. No Icebuck available for Sirik, so it's really gonna be a tough match. Ultra time and proper uses of ultra time as well as Invisis to escape is the only thing you can really do. Maybe landing crowd control into Popo, controlling him with roots as well as with the Mirrors of Torment, which could be reflected by Popo with the diffuse magic. It just puts it in such a bad spot for Sivir to work with. He basically just gotta buy himself a little bit of time. Not playing the Night Fate does not give you good cooldown reduction. Night Fate at least gives you a little bit of cooldown reduction to get your Icebuck back a little bit quicker so you can play more defensively. But this is just a tough match, man. It's a really tough matchup. I mean, may be able to get himself a big setup versus Poe. If you can force the trick out of him as well as the diffuse magic, maybe with the Mirrors of Torment, if you can just keep some distance from Poe while keeping him slowed down without any ways to reconnect and reposition, he may have a decent chance. Gonna be a Nova by Sivir, try to get a touch of the Magi. He knows that Poe is gonna go for some damage, gonna be immediate blink out of that stun, does have ulti ready, it's gonna be big damage out of that touch of the Magi. Actually just blasted Poe, he doesn't care for the defenses, he just continues to blast him through diffuse magic. Wait, could that still be the, oh my god! What is that, boys? What was that? Oh my goodness. He just didn't care. He popped the defensive, right? He popped diffuse magic, 60% damage magic reduction. My goodness, he just kept blasting, he didn't care. T-Rex just did not care. And he's just trying to see if he can take the damage into Warcraft. That is a Kyrian stealing his Kyrian buff. But he doesn't have an ice block. All the time does want him back in a good spot though. And it's just that Kyrian buff, just see if he can blast back at Warthros. Warthros eventually is gonna get silenced and rooted. Does get himself silenced. Bear form used to power shift. Does get himself free into regen. That's given so many procs to see work. It's not even funny. That's a karma in my joke too. I know, right? Man, this is where you gotta pop every defensive. I think he pressed diffuse, which usually deals really well with magic damage, right? Very well. Though the problem is that touch of the Magi lasts longer because of the mage tier set. It lasts quite a long while, and that touch of the Magi outlasted diffuse magic. He thought, okay, I'm gonna pop diffuse. Usually that's more than enough to counter and shut down any magic burst, anything, right? Warlock popping big Casbolt Sentry, diffuse, you're set. Mage, Fire Mage combusting it, diffuse, you're set. With Arcane, that just imagine just lasted a little bit longer, and Seawork was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep building, I'm gonna keep building, I'm gonna keep building, I'm gonna keep building, because it's gonna erupt way after his defenses are gone. Maybe that was the play. Bash on the Seawork, trying to see if he can get a blink for it. Warthros should be very limited on what he can cast. Eventually his casts are gonna silence him and root him, trying to get maybe with a Cyclone. Try to set up a cycle over Seawork. That's actually not a bad idea. Force the Seawork behind the pillar. And the Seawork goes behind the pillar. It does something cast, but that barrage, oh my god. He just hit it a moment or two. Oh my god, Seawork. Oh, I didn't even think it was going to be a mage 1v4 this game. First game of the day, that's crazy. Yes, he needs to diffuse arcade power. That's true, that's true. Maybe that's what the thing is. You just got to make sure to press it on diffuse. But man, I don't know. maybe. I don't think Seawork needed arcade power against that monk though. So diffusing Touch of the Magic was not a bad idea essentially. Because I don't know, it's a weird one. Definitely it's gonna, I think it's gonna be a little bit easier to deal with mages because now you need to diffuse that surge ability. So if you could trinket, diffuse as they use the arcane surge in the next patch, maybe that will work, yeah. Yo boys, let's get another up and running, yeah. My goodness. Dude, Seawork is absolute blasting. And if you can do this much damage now, imagine him in Dragonfly, bro. You want him as a Torment, but you'll have like so much more utility. You'll have breath. and hopefully mage chance will be adjusted a little bit. You'll have the big missile gameplay still as part of your setup. You'll be able to go for Kyrian setup if you want to, I guess. I guess you would end up doing maybe Kyrian. Again, arcane power towards the end. He defused all just my mirrors and the magi, so I pressed it when I had 2 seconds left, so the magi. Oh, so you did press arcane power. Okay, okay, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I didn't even realize. I thought that was all without arcane power. It makes sense though to like just commit damn. Yeah, that's cool though. I guess I need to go back and look at it again. But that was awesome, man. That was an amazing amount of damage. Can I check Guardian? I'm thinking no. I can't regrowth or stealth. It's just tanks are so weird and difficult to balance. And the reason I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a way, because Warcraft is a buddy, right? So he probably has a build, like a real build that he plays with Guardian. It's just tanks are so difficult to balance for PvP, and I don't think they're well suited for duels. I love you, Warthros, but I am gonna probably have to give it a pass. You know what I mean? I probably am gonna have to give it a bit of a pass. But yeah. Aw, yeah, I know. I was trying to think of like maybe, like if you had like some kind of a good build where you literally one-shot people in a global as a bear, I'd be like, you know what, I'm interested. Kind of like how the Warriors had that chill slam build where the one-shot people, I'd be like, you know what, I'm interested. If you literally had like a way like supercharged Maul to just like literally one-shot somebody, I'd be like, you know what, I'll look at it once. I'll give things once a go, but they gotta be like super cheesy. If it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and play normal bear, press berserk and rotate my defenses and just thrash and swipe and maul. You know what I mean? Maybe I would be like, you know what, I don't know. That just seems like normal bear PvP, like you're a flag carrying but without the flag, right? But if you got like a one-shot build, like something really, really cheesy, then I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll bite. Do you have your Maul build? Dude, that's gonna be oh, that's probably what I should have done. You know how we were trying to make a Maul build happen, Chad? I probably should have done that. It's weird to power shift out of bear form. I guess you would power shift maybe like a cat form in the bear real quickly, like while running away from the enemy. You'll power shift cat, power shift bear, Maul. You might have to do that, yeah. What's the server? It doesn't matter what server we are on, Monster. We are on NA realms, and you're more than welcome to join us on any realm that is NA. As long as you are NA, you're more than welcome to. Or this can go bear, but on one condition, Zero will be your first opponent. That still would be a long duel, though. You guys need another one Alliance? Yo, always, boys. If y'all want to join in for the groups, 5v5 1v1s, we got groups on here. What do you have a 5-man now? Or are we still looking? Oh, got 5. Okay. My bad. What arena do we do? Edge, Blade's Edge, I guess. Did I get it right? I think so. Maybe? Yeah, I did. And Blade's Edge, boys. But yeah, if there's like some kind of a big giga one-shot build like a Dragonflight, I'll be down with it, man. I'm more than welcome to try stuff. Like, hey, there's a healer build that literally one-shots, like an Evoker healer build where it's like, let me just heal myself and then one bang somebody. You know what? I think for the sake of like seeing it once, right? Seeing it once is for the sake of hilarity. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. But yeah, if it's like an actual like tank build though, I don't know, man. We've tried having takes on these duels and they generally don't do that well. And not that the tanks don't do well, but in terms of like the viewer wise, like viewers are not really all that happy seeing a tank compete in PvP in most cases. You know what I mean? Like if Blizzard tuned tanks so they actually like use DPS just with a different build, but they're literally as squishy as every other DPS, it's just a slightly different playstyle. Yeah, I'll be perfectly cool with it. Like if they were more like a gladiator stance warrior back in the day, because they were basically just another DPS. They were another arms warrior, fury warrior, just with a shield, sword, and board. Maybe some different defenses, but like they did lose some defensive for going like tanky DPS build. You know what I mean? Like if they did that, I'd be perfectly cool with it. You know what I mean? That's how I view it. the Twitch. Gonna be Office immediately open it up, but Sensa not giving him much opportunity. Gonna be that Resonator down very, very early. Sensa trying to go for a bit of an in-cap versus Office. Try to see if he can save off all of his bleeds. He got a lot of damage rolling on him. Interrupt on the nature as the Karma comes out for Sensa, trying to reverse whatever damage he can, utilizing those defenses really early. Office still holding on to that flesh count, not letting that Karma really burn right through it. Gonna be a Fist of Fury for Sensei, swapping out for those fists to go for a bit of a kick versus Office trying to get aggressive. Gonna be a wall for the Feral Druid with a bark skin. Sensei dipping under the bridge. That's gonna be Office trying to look for him, but Sensei looking to pour it out of the way. Still has a bunch of dots rotting him down. So the Office still has a lot of pressure on this Monk. If you can just keep that pressure rolling, no more Karma, no more Diffuse Magic, no more Brew, you actually don't have a lot of defensive options anymore left as a Monk. It looks like Sensei trying to see if he can get the pressure Office, but not chasing. He's still playing it very, very defensive. This means for Office, if he just gets any kind of pressure, any kind of aggro, he could maybe kill this Monk over. And that's going to be Sensei with a Trinket available. I don't know if he's got a human racial or not. Always able to get all the dots up and running. Trinket for Sensei. Perfect opportunity for Office to maximize damage. Got himself full Feral Frenzy and everything rolling. Sensei just trying to see if he can stave off these dots as best as possible. Ring of Pieces keeping the Feral at bay. But Office does reset. Try to get himself an opener again on Sensei. I think Spin and Crate may have got him out in the open. So maybe, unless he was just trying to go for like a normal shred. That Rake Stun was denied. Sensei does catch up with the flesh count, so at least this Monk has been able to recover, and now the bit of time has passed. The cooldowns of Karma as well as Diffuse Magic are returning. Zuan is going to be on standby in just 40 seconds, so it looks like Sensei actually might be in the spot. Office is going to be a bear. Got himself full flesh craft. Sensei looking to maybe push up at him, but I think he was supposed to stay. No, he's actually just going to push in. I was thinking it was maybe it's like gonna look at him, but he's gonna want to stay up above. But he's gonna just try to see if he can engage, get some combat damage done. Gonna be no chicken available for Office. Full. That's gonna be a full Karma. I'm not sure why he pressed the Karma. Maybe expect for Office to get counter aggressive. Badged by the Druid, looking to get out of this. So that's the Karma lost. Sensei trying to see if he can maximize the damage he's got. Office finds himself at very low health. Gonna be a main with Root to Fall. It does get to remove it with a Diffuse Magic, and it's gonna be taken down. I don't think it was even a touch of death. I think he just basically caught up to him. And then gave him a big old punch, just pulled him, pushed him over. Speed gonna be up next as an Assassin Rogue. Trying to go for a little bit of an honor duel with Sensei, but he's not really giving him that much of an opportunity. Gonna be the Diffuse, actually the Aegis trick and trying to reduce some of the magic damage, the poison damage from Speed. Gonna be full Vendetta by the Rogue. Got him some full dodge on Sensei. Are those bleeds rotting him? Is he getting the biggest damage possible? I think he's trying to. Actually, that damage is listen in. The spike goes through, and I think Sensei may be dead. Oh my goodness. Yo, Speed comes up a bleed build. I love it. I actually love it. Ewok. Ewok is the next. Wait, what the? What is the smog? I like it. It's all over the place. You got wings. You got yourself that big old helm from Mr. Pandaria. What are your daggers even? It's so hard to look at you. It's also, you're in stealth and you got that Necrolord shield. So it's like really hard to tell what the hell you got going on. But it's basically a mishmash, isn't it? Speed gonna have to be looking out for Ewok. It's hanging out by the eyes, does pick it up, and looks like we'll be able to at least see a mock here for a second. Like that sub rogue, so you're literally all over the place. You got the Vente helm, you got a shoulder from not Nyalotha. A shoulder, at least one of them from Najatar, if not both of them. Gonna be Ewok, trying to see if he can get some damage to Speed, but looks like turning attention onto that Kevin Slime. As Speed get himself a reset, the Phantom Knights is gonna get him out in the open, trying to see if he gets some damage in. Shadowlands available for Ewok. Does he capitalize on it? Blinder to Speed with a Milk for Death, get a shot. Does not have a trinket. This is a perfect opportunity for Ewok to potentially get some damage out. Playing that Necrolord sub, so he got himself a little bit more of a longevity damage and easy comp point building, so potentially could be more finishers. Big Flash Cut available for Speed. Shadow Step for Ewok. I think Shadow Step twice. What is going on? He's just fully dotted up. Just back-to-back eviscerates onto Ewok. Just try to see if he can get some damage to Speed. Just going for Phantom Knights while evasion is up. And looks like maybe Ewok is just going to die to the dots. Unless he got something going on. I think he already burned double Shadow Step, so he can't even go for the juke or anything. Just armor to Speed as he closes the gap. And is Ewok just like messing with him, trying to get a damage going? Like trying to wait until you get the like stun? Speed getting the kid shot before he does, and just letting the dots stick him out. Gonna be Ewok with that cheat death, but the man, I mean, is he gonna try to see if he can do something? No, it's just not. I was trying to figure out, like, is it just messing with him, trying to set something up, or what is going on? Definitely unorthodox gameplay there. What's up, Triple Sider, my man? What is this monk doing? I mean, well, you got blood up, man. What can you do, right, when you just get blood up? by a rogue. Assassination rogue, no other. I think rolling that deeper stratagem talent too. Speed tried to see if he can lock down Chicago. Gonna be immediate wall and a trick, and the Speed got himself in a full vendetta, cloak shadows, and evasion available for the rogue. If he can keep those dots rolling on Chicago, he may be able to do something, but the vendetta does force those dots to tick out a little bit faster than normal, giving him a lot of energy, but it doesn't really give him a lot of longevity in terms of the damage. The burst happens. Speed tried to see if he can maybe go for a bit of a reset, but Chicago not really letting him go anywhere. Speed with a bit of lag. Chicago tried to give him an opportunity to come back, but the rogue was definitely lagging at the very end. Chicago realized it. Just stop. Just stop moving, which is super unfortunate when the lag does hit you like that. Poe available over for the team 2. Could be Nightshade, or it could be Worth the Druid instead as a balanced Druid versus Chicago. Let's try to see if they may be able to get a bit of a setup versus the Boomkin. Earth Elemental is still up, so Worthless, I wonder if he's going to wait until Earth Elemental is down and then go do some damage. But who knows? You know what I mean? It's fine. He's got the Rotten Lego. Wait. The Rotten... Wait, was that the Sub-Rogue? Was he trying to go for like a big backstabber build? The Sub-Rogue? Potentially. But dude, the Rotten I think could be a really strong going into Dragonflight. But it's like so far in the left-hand side of the tree, it's really difficult to pick it up. I wonder if they'll adjust it and move it up a little bit in the future. You know what I mean? Gonna be Worthless. Try to see if he can set up a little bit of that Eclipse damage versus Chicago. Try to go for a bit of a knock, but didn't happen. It's gonna be just jumping, leaping himself, just eating himself off of the bridge. And Chicago try to see if he can purge as many buster rooms as possible. Does get himself quite a bit of a gap, and looking maybe for a recovery behind the wall. Chicago tried to see if he could push up and maybe deny any kind of a reset. Trying to save the wind shear for a little bit later. Quick Cyclone versus Chicago. Did they drop a grounding? No, it was, I guess, a Wind Fury Totem. Big Ellie Blast onto Worthless. And I think Chicago's playing like the Ellie build, isn't he? Has to be, dude. Has to be. Let's think it either that or Doom Wins. But Doom Wins nowadays, nobody replaces it. Worthless trying to get himself some damage. Gonna be a Entangle Roots to Chicago. Definitely needs to make sure he got himself landed inside of Chicago if he wants to go for the biggest burst possible. Try to see if he can maybe max out the damage. Gonna be a disarm with a wall for Chicago. Just trying to see if maybe the Aegis Trinket will give him a little bit more survivability together with a wall rolling in. As Worthless having to pop into Barefoot for a bit of a frenzy region. Trying to go for a immediate cyclone where Chicago is able to get the knockback looking for the regrowths. Chicago can maybe jump up. I think maybe go for, I thought maybe they could go for a windshield, but apparently they've already used the interrupt. But should be able to maybe pressure Worthless just a little bit more. Here's Cyclone to follow. It is going to be a little bit DR, but Worthless at least get an opportunity to get away from Chicago for just a moment, to break away from him for just a second. As Worthless goes in for a bit of a regrowth. 8 minutes of the duel, 90% dampener, boys, and Worthless is under a ton of pressure. Quick disarm with Chicago, not like they really need the weapons to generate a lot of Maelstrom. Is just able to keep Flame Shock and Frost Shock, and then if they can get their Ghostals up and running, that would be easy Maelstrom right there. Trying to go for a Disruptor Cyclone, does get to miss it. That's going to be a Thunder to follow with a Grounding Totem, not giving Worthless any opportunity to catch any kind of CC on him whatsoever. Popo going to be up next. Try to see if he might be able to get himself a setup versus Chicago. Lexi to follow. That's going to be a BDB down. Chicago trickets away and just try to see if he can waddle away from the Monk. Try to see maybe a Capacitor Totem will do something, but it doesn't quite explode fast enough. Maybe a Dragonflight you'll be able to put Capacitor Totem super far and then move it on top of you at the last second, and that'll make it a lot easier to use. But just try to see if you may be able to get some damage. Chicago BDB, drop it down randomly, get him some procs with his win. Wall out for Chicago as soon as he see cooldowns before NCC out of Poe. Try to see if he can maybe turn the damage around. Karma out of Poe. Chicago trying to see if they could reduce the amount of pressure they're putting in inside of the Karma, not giving Poe any kind of healing. Quick witch shear. Try to see if they can maybe interrupt the Poe. Still super low in health. Could maybe turn around another set of images. That's going to be big defenses. Trying to get himself a shield. And Chicago just trying to see if they can maybe keep tussling at him. It's going to recover a little bit of Maelstrom and a little bit of health, using those images in order to build up even a little bit of Maelstrom, trying to give himself as much cooldown reduction with a Storm, I think a Stormbringer talent, potentially, maybe. But it's going to be Chicago with the Earth Shield. Got himself another Rapture by healing himself, spending a Maelstrom. Lexium by Poe, but it doesn't have the damage. Is it going to be another? Vesphere doing quite a bit. Can Chicago stop it? Trying to get himself a bit of a heal. Sunder for a moment. Capacitor Totem right after. Actually, might be able to get some procs versus Poe. Does get himself the Aegis. I don't know if that'll stop a lot of the physical damage from the Monk. That's going to be Ring of Peace. Trying to keep it at bay. Trying to swing around the corner with a Flame Shock rolling. The Earth Elemental joins in. At least give Chicago a little bit extra of that survivability, bolstering their overall maximum health. and just try to see maybe if they can get a bunch of procs. They can't, but Bo does not have Alexi. So maybe if you can lock down Chicago Defense Sphere, maybe it'll be enough for Chain Harvest. Oh my god, just harvest him for everything that he's worth. Super, super unfortunate, boys. Oh my goodness. With Nightshade gonna be the last one left as a Necrolord sub-rogue, gonna be walking into capacitor pretty early on. This is gonna be burning a trinket as the Thunder comes out. Chicago with a wall as invasion is up for the rogue. Chicago at least has a bit of maelstrom generated from that Raptor, so she'll be able to maintain themselves quite well. Nightshade is gonna have to. Did he get a shot Chicago at all? I think maybe he can still set up a proper kidney shot. Chicago does have a trinket for it though, but Nightshade keeps taking damage back to back, and looks like he's just gonna bail out of there. Flame Shark still on him most likely, which means he will not be able to hold stealth for too long. Does come out of stealth as he's trying to see if he can approach Chicago. The flame shot takes him out in the open. Next global, Chicago takes him. Does go for a what is it? Storm Strike? That looks like a different animation than what I'm used to for Storm Strike. Usually it comes down from up down, but here it's like from down up. But Chicago got 4. Interesting. There it is, boys. Chicago with a 1v4. I didn't even realize Chicago was gonna go for a 1v4 there just now, boys. Yo, let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boys. I can get past 16 on the season, stuck with low gear. Thank you, down. Yo, Ewok, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, man, new season is a perfect opportunity to try again, yeah? That'd be a great time to do it. Go to grab food, watch the stream. Sounds good, worth for us. That means we may need to have somebody else host these goods. But thanks so much for coming out, Worth. Appreciate you, my man. Chicago to 5, man. We just got to get a second group, boys. So we'll be good to go. Yo, EU today, we actually got NA trick. Today is NA. EU is Saturday. EU is I'm getting my days wrong. EU is Friday, which is yesterday's stream. Today's Saturday stream. Today is the NA stream. Oh, man. One monkey even has a weapon transmog boy this thing in WoW. I mean, don't when they Fist of Fury, they take the weapon out? Or am I wrong on that? Maybe there was a glitch back in the day. I'm torn between Warrior and Hunter to be my main alt for Season 4. Bro, it is tough, man. It definitely is. I think the Hunter still should be really good, Jake. With the, I know they get a nerf for PvP a little bit, but the Mongoose Bite and Kill Command damage I'm still going to be nice. Wildfire Bomb is still going to be very effective, I think. Very, very effective. And yeah, Hunter's looking really good, I think, in my opinion. But Warriors, dude, they're fun. Prop Warriors getting buffed too, so hopefully that Ignore Pain buff makes him even tankier so they can push content. And if that's the case, hey, doing Mythic Plus may be easy as a warrior. Honestly, just tank it, right? I think Hunter will still be really, really good though. Both are good. It's really up to you, honestly. That's what I think it really comes down to. If you had Trinket, Karma, or something, I definitely would have won. Yeah, maybe. I need Detox as best as I can. Wait, is Detox the spell, or is Detox the I know, it's Expel Harm. Never mind. So it looks like we have a group, boys. If y'all want to join in, I think it's in Raid's Legacy. Yeah, we need one more in Raid's Legacy. We got Casper, we got Office, we got the boys in here. You guys are more than welcome to join us. We just need one more. Group Assistant in Raid's Legacy for NA. Alliance and Horde are both welcome for cross-faction. One person for the group? Yeah, boys. EU or US? It is US Spotlight. It is US today. Yesterday's dual stream was EU. Today's dual stream is NA. Let me get the basic stream stuff out of the way, yeah? I haven't even got to do that. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Got 5 people now? Wait, what, do you got a group? Yo, yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boys. I should have Office or Speed, or so whoever's leader of that group, whisper me real quickly. Casper, I have you added in Real ID. So just let me know when you're ready. We'll be good to go. Beautiful. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, so 1972. That's what I gotta remember. Spectator match. Wait, spectator match. Chicago and Casper. 1972. Did you just do random at this point? I think I just do random arenas, boys. Hell yeah. Gotta say, Dal, thanks for doing 1v1s, and wow, it's my favorite stream of the week. We'll let you join the matches. I'm geared. Yo, you're more than welcome to. Hey, if you get yourself a full set of honor gear for season 4, like full set, and then upgraded, you'll actually at the start of the season, first week, you'll be on the same item level as the top tier players from season 3, the gladiator gear players from season 3. Because of the gear reset, you'll have the same item level inside of PvP. What's up, D? What's up, my man? I'm you, a good one. What's your main? I main a rogue Twitch lobby. I usually main a rogue, but I've been playing a lot of characters recently, man. I play a lot of wallets on streams. If you catch my regular normal streams, especially in the alpha, I've been playing a lot of characters besides rogue. I like exploring classes as much as possible and playing as many of as I can. But right now, my main is a rogue. And likely will be a rogue going into Dragonflight. I'm still trying to decide what class I'm looking to main. Like, I'm actually going into Dragonflight with an open mind. We still don't have warlocks, monks, demon hunters, or warriors on there. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to try those classes out. But I'm definitely looking out for like what potentially could be my next main, man. You never know, right? You never really know. You just never really know. So Twitch. We got us a CM one to go with, yeah boy, CMR going all Frosty. Well, Frosty with the mug, but still arcade. I like it. We got ourselves A. This is going to be first up versus Popo. Try to go for a bit of a roar, a bit of a cycle. We got Ewok over on team 1. We got Sensei in the back as well as Chicago ready to go. A. Let's get it knocked out with a in cap with a bastard return back damage onto Poe. Got himself the full cure and burst, looking to catch up to the monkey. He's got himself the most amount of damage. Thorns up and running. The other is going back into moving form. Wait, actually might not even need to big karma, and Poe trying to see if he can maximize some of the karma. Damage reversal chicken for A is trying to knock back Poe with a disarm, trying to deny Fist of Furies for the monk. Monk is just going for a bit of a boopity bop with the ring of peace as the ace swings around the corner. As the sword surges, does he have the resources? He just needs one more resource. That's going to be a shield for Poe. Get himself a little bit of variety of that defensive. Got himself a bit of absorb, a little bit of healing, a little bit of a defense too. But that's going to be a big blast of damage for Ace. Does have to go back into bear form, looking for the recovery. He needs one more global to take Poe down. That's all he needs. And Poe is just rotting down to the downs, but he's going to get massive healing out of left field. Disarm before the Fist of Fury can lock him down. And Ace trying to see if he can recover. Man, this guy got himself in such a good spot versus Poe. Can he do it again? He just needed one more Star Search for such a long time. Just a single one more Star Search and he was good to go, boys. That's all he needed. Flash got up for Poe as Alice is going to jump into stealth. Boom, potentially could find him. Does he have himself a good setup? He has Alexia coming up, so Alice could be in a bad spot. He does, unless he has a bark skin. Roar before Poe can get himself a full-on setup. Alice definitely needs to be watching out to get thorns before the sun comes out. Going for that eclipse. Just to give himself maximized damage for the Star Surges. Thorns are up before the Lexi comes out, which is perfect. But that BDB is just going to be super deadly. And it's going to be down for the count. Oh my goodness. He had him so close, boys. That is so, oh, that's tragic. That is so tragic, dude. I feel for Boomy's man. It took him so much to just set up. And the whole time the game, he just feels like he's setting up. Gotta go in the cat form. Gotta go in bear form. Okay, back to set it up. Jesus Christ. Hopefully you'll have a bit more of an instant and answers in Dragonflight. Mirrors of Torment up for Poe. Does he reverse it? He can't. He doesn't run diffuse magic. Big damage to the Poe could be in big trouble. Karma versus Seaverk has himself defenses though. Poe trying to see if he can just blast out Seaverk with a massive kick. He definitely decided to turn around, get aggressive, but Poe still has a touch on the match. Oh, is that so funny? Seawork literally walked up, missiled him, and just walked away. It's like, wait, you still have my big burst on you. Let me just keep, yep, build it up. All right, cool. Pop like a balloon. Thanks for playing. He just did it so casual. Like, after that ice block, he's just moving around really quick at cooldowns. And you just walked up, missile, walked away. Shadowblades up for Nightshade. Got himself a blind versus Seaverk. It's going to be meter trinket. Got himself all the time in case he needs to get a reset. It looks like he's going to walk away from the rogue for a little bit. Shadowy duel for the rogue. Does have a shadow step ready to go. Nightshade try to see if he can stay on top of Seaverk the best possible, but he's got plenty of mobility. That blink used in order to get away from the rogue. Polly to follow him. Let's see if I can get himself a bit of a breather. Mirrors of Torment to follow versus Nightshade. The more damage he does towards Seaverk, eventually he's going to get silenced and rooted. Does not have any more defenses to really deal with any of this. All you can really do is kind of dance out in the open. Nova by Seaverk is going to go for a bit of damage. Root of power up and running. Does he have cooldowns ready? That's going to be massive missiles with a root onto Nightshade. Trying to go for a kidney shot. Blink for Mage with a barrage after. Oh my god. I don't think that touch of the Magi even did damage at the end. I think I was literally just barrage taking him out, and Touch of Magic was there just for that 10% damage amp. That is crazy. That is actually incredible. Speed, looking for a bit of a reset with him. Fleshcap ready to go. Immediate blink by Seavark with a Garrote follow. Try to get aggressive full vendetta rolling in. Seavark got himself all the time as well as Prismatic. Try to get as much healing as possible. Prismatic procking. Got himself all the time. As Speed just continued ramping up as much damage as possible. Phantom Knights with Seavark. Seavark may be in big trouble. Actually just still melting out to dots. I think it's just over. I don't think there's any way for him to recover. Yeah, that was a massive amount of damage out of Speed. Mad amount of damage out of that guy. Sensei rolling over. That's going to be Incap. BDB down. Lexup onto Speed. And Sensei, I think one of the two is lagging for sure. I'm not really sure which one. But Speed, just going to stand still. I think he's lagging. That is unfortunate. That is actually unfortunate. Wow. That's super unfortunate, boys. What happened? Speed, he has some lag issues the last game too. Hopefully it's not something that keeps chasing after him all the time. Yeah, hopefully whatever is causing the issues dies down, because there's a fun duel. We have Assassination Rogue versus the Arcane Mage blasting each other. It gets really intense, and then Sensei walks up trying to play it out, and then Speed just kind of stands there because he can't do anything. That's super unfortunate, man. Hopefully we'll get that figured out. XBD gonna be up versus Sensei, going for the Hibernate onto the Zoan. As XBD, the Feral Druid, just trying to get some setup versus Sensei. It looks like he was able to get a flash cut out of Sensei, as he's holding on to the one right now. Sensei does have some cooldowns going back up defensively, so he should be okay versus the Feral Druid as we hit that 5-minute mark. Only got Pharaohs over for the Team 2 boys. Only Kitty Cats left over there, so there's not much the Team 1 can really do unless they have a way to burst the Kitty. Is actually wait, that's a Kyrian Kitty. Wait, those dots are actually running him hard. Wait, Sensei turning around onto the Feral Kitty. That's gonna be a massive karma to reverse it. XBD with a wall, Barskin, and a Frenzy Region Thorns on top of it. Literally use every buff ability on himself as early as he can. That's gonna be Sensei trying to see if we catch up to him. Ring a piece, actually put him in the corner. Can't go anywhere. Bass, but he's kind of just trapped. His deer in the headlights. He just can't do anything. He's literally airborne. Trying to see if he can get away from Sensei. Sensei ports on top of him, but I think he walks in the wrong direction. In cap with a slow one to XBD. Lucifer locking him down. Trying to see if he can stay afloat. Got himself the Battle Master Chicken. Roar to Sensei. Maybe a Cyclone. Does land it. Doesn't gonna be no chicken. Does get himself a heal at the very last second. Trying to see if he can recover. Oh my god, that is actually so clutch. The fact that this man's playing Kyrian, by the way, I'm a big fan. We don't see a lot of Kyrian Pharaohs in his duels. Usually it's Necrolord with maybe a little bit of Night Fae. But that Kyrian can actually do a lot of damage. Look at that main, look at those dots. While the Kyrian buff is active, 15% more damage. That seems like a big number. Lexup on XBD, Vista Fury to follow, XBD in trouble. Oh, with the Lexup taking him out. Olphus is the last one left for the Team 2, however. Trying to see if he's able to lock down Sensei. Sensei fully stunned the yard. That ringer piece is so troll, man. That is so perfect. That corner just forces the enemy to get booped into the wall, and there's nothing they can do. There's absolutely nothing they can do. As we hit in that 7-minute mark, Sensei tried to see if he could hold on to the flesh cut as best as possible, looking for a little bit of recovery. Olphus able to dive in the stealth, able to land himself a proper opener. Does he going for big damage with Sensei? Karma really early. He's gonna go for Berserk. Wait, he's still Berserk into the Karma? What? Olphus is gonna wall this damage off, just try to see if he can fight through the Karma and let the dots continue trucking down Sensei. Maybe that's the play. It's gonna be massive damage reversal to Sensei. Oh my god, wait, Olphus could be in big trouble. Trying to see if he can walk away from Sensei. Is it gonna be a touch of death? Does land him in a touch. Oh my goodness, that was a nice... Was it a gentle touch? I don't think it was that much of a gentle touch at all. Oh my god. That was so close. That was a big turnaround. Sensei bringing it back for his team though. There it is, man. That's crazy. I learned some of the systems should be fine now. Okay. Speed might have fixed his issue. That would be good. Because, man, that guy, Speed, you had a lot of damage on the Assassination Rogue. I'm really interested in what kind of build you're running. Actually, I am interested. Don't get me wrong. I am very, very interested. But it's so late into Shadowlands. It's like, even if I tried that build, it's like, we're going to be losing that build to some degree in Dragonfly anyway. Even though I'm interested in a build, like even if I play it now, I just feel like it won't last long at all. PvP class changes with Blizzard. Fury Warrior avoided it. Yeah, true. Oh my god, look at that. Sheesh. That's true. That's actually very, very true. Look at that. Fury Warrior avoiding it. Just diving. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh god, that's hilarious. All right, I don't remember which one of these duels I'll say which one they didn't. Let me know if you guys got a group. Yeah. Dal, why is Boomy so bad for duels? That's a hard one to explain. I think it's because they need so much of a setup. It's kind of like a Shadow Priest, right? Shadow Priest are actually not bad in PvP. They just need someone else to heal them so they can focus on doing damage. I think that's why. Yo, hold up. Yo, I'm gonna mess up that name so hard, my guy. Oh, the EU. Oh, I have no idea. I'm gonna give him my best shot, bro. I'm gonna mess it up. Is it Sung Yol? Lee. Can I just call you Lee? Let's just call you Lee. Yo, Lee. Thank you so much, fam. Can we get a hashtag Lee in the chat, boys? For 1,000? I don't even know what currency that is. 1,000 W's, man. We got the dub. Look at that. Thank you so much, boys. Can we get a hashtag Lee in the chat showing our appreciation? Well done on my man. Sick camera work. What's the add-on called? It's not an add-on. It's actually a feature in WoW. It's called Invite Spectator Cam or Invite Spectator Match. It's a spectator match mode that they use for arenas. It just baked into World of Warcraft for like tournaments and stuff. It's just there's no UI to bring it up. You have to use a command in order to get it. Boys, hashtag Lee in the chat. Thank you so much. You two more people. Yo, if y'all want to join in for the alliance groups, boys, they're looking for a couple of more. Are you guys listed in LFG? Once you get listed in Raid's Legacy, we can get 2 more boys in there. But check Raid's Legacy. There should be a group up, I think, with speed in order to get these boys up and running in there. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Jordan, I want you to build for Braid the Weirdos. You don't like it? Thank God it's been nerfed. You think so? I'm currently working on Assassination of a Rogue for what I built so far. Working to get him on anyone Lego. Are you going for that 100% crit Lego? Are you doing that one, Jack? Because that was fun, man. They're nerfing it, but it's still, I think it's going to be plenty effective. Have you tried the Kingsbane Talon Assassination Alpha? Yes, I have. I think it may be a little bit undertuned, but it does seem to work more or less how the Legion version worked. Like, once it's properly tuned, it should be a pretty strong ability. Like, think Sepsis, but better. South Korean currency. Oh, is it? I had no idea. But thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate it. I don't know what the South Korean currency would be, though. Okay, so I know there's maybe... I don't know. It's not about... either way, man, I appreciate it. Chicago with the conversions, bro. On the spot. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate you, Lee. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Yeah, Kingsbane is pretty good though, Chris. I'm a big fan of that. I think it's gonna fit so well in that poison aspect. Like, maximizing poison damage is just such a good ability to put in there. Like, the poison side of the tree looks so healthy right now. Very, very excited. Are you guys listed, Casper? Or whoever's lead? Or do you guys already have a group? Because Chicago, I think, already has a group. Nope, definitely. Oh, I like it. I think it's even better. Deathly Shadows, I think, is going to be... I mean, you basically just like, I hope I crit naturally, but that Deathly Shadows 50% damage amp. Is it still 15 or did they change it? Maybe they adjusted it recently, didn't they? They may have nerfed it a little bit, but I think it still should be pretty good. Need 2 more? Casper, where do you have your group listed? In LFG? Red's Legacy by any chance? Oh, looking for 2 more games. Oh! Looking for 2 more Dalaran games. Could you add 5v5 in the title? That'll make it easier to people to search for you. That'll make it much easier for people to search. But if you guys look 2 more Dalaran, just type in Dalaran in search or Dal, and then if I type in Dal, does that work? Just type in Dal, and you should be able to find it, boys. But if you add like 5v5 in there, most boys are looking for like the type of 5 in the search and hit enter. That South Korea is like 70 cents. I appreciate it either way, my guy. I appreciate it regardless. Hey, for a guy that's playing video games out here, man, yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Only sad thing about poison builds is you can't get quad poisons in Kingsbane. Yeah, they are not letting you get the quad because, well, hold on. Maybe you can at max level. Can you actually do it, or is that too many talent points? That may be too many talent points for you to burn into them. Yeah. I'm an expert South Korean currency and watch the Squid Game. Oh my god, bro. What a show. What a show. Ever since I watched it, afterwards when I was subbed to Netflix, it kept recommending me more South Korean shows. Bro, some of them are really, really good. Only NA? Today is NA, but Friday is EU day, boys. So we got a day for EU, Gorm, and a day for NA. Friday is EU, and Saturday is NA. EU boys are more than welcome to join on Fridays. Hey, now, what's up? What's up? Hey, how you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, I've tried so many different builds. There's no way to get to end nodes. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I think that's why they're trying to tune it, right? They're trying to balance it a little bit differently to make sure that you can't be like overpowered. They want to give you an opportunity to play poison build, but like you have to play the double poison, which is pretty strong on its own, don't get me wrong. Or you play the Kingsbane to focus on the nature damage build, right? was one long ago when I posted e-duels on my Windwalker. More than welcome to my guy. Hey, join us up in season 4. We'll be doing them next week, Friday, same time as this duel right here, as this stream, 5 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. I think it is 11 p.m. I was actually explained CET, I think it is CET, which I was explaining like the I was talking to, I forget who it was. I was talking to, it was in chat. It was during our alpha, one of our alpha streams. I forget who now. I'm really bad with names, but I remember I was talking to somebody in chat. And they're from EU, and they told me that that's like the time zone most people in EU utilize to like orient yourself. Like in the US, you'll say EST. Everybody else, like west of East Coast, knows exactly what you're talking about. Everybody else knows like 1 hour difference, 2 hour, 3 hour difference. So if I say like 5 p.m. EST, if you're in Pacific time zone, you already know what time that I'm talking about. So for EU, I was told it's either CET or U something, UTC. CET or UTC that you guys use to orient. CST? Maybe. I was just told CET is the one. So what I have it as a CET? Yeah. So I have it on Discord as a CEST. I don't know if that's the same. Just combines all the letters in one. I have no idea. But I try to give you guys so much of a help for that because I don't really know the time zones in EU that well. Chicago got a group and so did Casper. Let's get your boys in here. Central European time. Okay, CET is Central European time. I had no idea. Yeah, so I was trying to find out like what is a good time zone to tell EU boys. Like so it's like what I was trying to do is find a time zone that if I'd say to somebody from EU, hey, it's this time and the time zone. Finding that time zone is what's important here because I want to be able to tell you time zone, and then it doesn't matter whether you're German, French, Spain, Norway, Sweden, right? Anywhere in EU. You know what I'm talking about when I say that time zone specifically. You know how we're oriented around that. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like that one time zone that everybody orients around. I was trying to figure that out. I think it's called CET, but you guys could be wrong. GMT is real daddy though. If you guys use GMT too, man, I can do that too. Whatever works, man. It's the evening in the EU, Paris time, 11 in the evening. Yeah. So I guess maybe it's like Paris time. Wait, can I do like German time? Can I just say like German time or like British time? UK time, Swedish time. I like the name of like country time because it's like, hey guys, time to duel. It's German time. That sounds so weird, but it's so funny. Oh my god. Yo, let's get another open running, boys. Yeah. So Twitch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Bakey on that team. We got ourselves E-Ball gonna be first up. Immediately smoke bomb and just spike it at Grizz from the bomb. What is going on? He just hotboxing and just spiking at him from a distance. He just tosses spears at him. Gonna be a big old tyrant joining in. He wants trying to see if he can bail out of the cloak and shadows as Absolute still getting blasted out by those Felguards from behind his back. That's gonna be evasion, not really helping him in that regard. And Grizz just ended up rotting him down back to back, blasting him through it. With that tyrant and all those pets, is gonna send out those demon dogs. The last second as he goes for a DFA. Jerome over for the team 1 as well as Sensei in the back, and we got ourselves Chicago on the standby. Grizz walled off really early here. Was he still rotted down by the rogue or something? Is that what is happening? Popo over on team 2. We got ourselves Reverence waiting his turn. Speed as well as XBD. Grizz going to hit with a kidney shot. Immediately access onto Jerome. Trying to deny the sub-rogue any kind of burst. That's going to be a bunch of back-to-back instances for Jerome though. Grizz trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Interrupt onto the drain. Trying to see if he's able to reposition with a Night Fae. But it looks like he was just out of options, out of cooldowns completely. Now I'm starting to think maybe that wall was maybe a little bit of a too early of a play. Reverend's trying to see if he can drop down a big old Infernal boy on this dome and is able to, but the rogue dives in the stealth, walks away from the Infernal, is able to get away from the damage. Reverend's dropping down, rain of fire, decided to see if he can maybe get himself a little bit extra AoE to maybe hopefully catch the rogue out in the open. Get a shot, lock it down. The Destiny Warlock does go for a Dark Pact immediately with that Succubus seduction onto Jerome, trying to see if he can maybe soul fire him down. Soul fire with the Shadow Fury right after the Chaos Bolt. It's going to be a long cast, but does get some blasted damage in there. Mortal Coil to follow. Another Chaos Bolt getting sent in. Decimated Bolt as the rogue is low. Going for a Cloak of Shadows. Next few incinerates for the Reverend could be perfect. The Succubus is chasing after Jerome. Could potentially get him into combat. It is going to slow him down. Stone onto Reverend. Has a chicken in case these are going to be oh my god, the Resonator chicken is going to do so much damn. Big DFA down to Reverend. Does give himself a little bit more health to work with. Jerome finds himself at no health whatsoever. Going to be Rain of Fire on top of where the rogue is at. Does have a Blasphemy spawning next to him, but it doesn't get him out in the open. How does a Blasphemy not get him out of stealth? It literally dropped on his head. Are you kidding me? Trying to go for a bit of a first aid sap to follow in Reverence. As long as he has a Succubus in a good spot, he could potentially make a play. I don't know. Does he still have his decimated bolt damage up? Does he still have the damage jam for that? Where's the Succubus, by the way? Oh, there she is. Getting shot onto Reverence. Dark Pact immediately. DFA trying to see if he can prevent the Succubus, but the Succubus is fast on the draw as Jerome waddling towards it. Gonna be Reverence with a fear onto Jerome as he goes for a Shadow Step. Immediate Chasable to follow, trying to get him low. Jerome doesn't sit the Chasable long at all. Mortal Coil right after. That's gonna be Chasable flying in. Actually getting some damage onto the rogue. The Reverence trying to see if he can get a port. Jerome goes in for a pretty big kill. Decimate Bolt getting loaded up. Getting a shot onto the Warlock. Does go for a trinket with a port right after. Definitely needs to keep a slow onto Jerome as best as he can. Decimated Bolt set up with Incinerates. Could be really deadly. Blinded to Reverence. Doesn't have a trinket for it. Does the Succubus keep him in combat? It's trying to. Smoke Bomb. Jerome, I think, is trying to see if he can get a set up for his Reverence, but that's going to be the Succubus CC. Incinerated into Shadow Fury. That's going to be Rogue catching her stealth. Shadow Melted. That's stun. Wait, are you kidding me? Hold on. Did you actually Shadow Melt a stun? Wait, AoE stun. Can you actually Shadow Melt an AoE stun? Are you kidding me? No way. Okay, so I know you can Shadow Melt like a bash or Shadow Melt a Storm Bolt because it's like a projectile or like a melee that's kind of flying at you. But like a Shadow Fury, you can Shadow Melt that? Was he DR'd or something? There's no way, right? Soulfire getting set up. Jerome just recovered all that health very quickly. Reverend's going in for yet another fear. Going to be an immediate interrupt by the rogue as the Chasable get it loaded up. Going to be double Chasable. Wait, Jerome is actually pretty low on health. That's going to be another Chasable. Reverend's could be really quick. Another Decimated Bolt has a Cloak of Shadows, but that still is a setup for us. Incinerates. Incinerates should still be amped up though. And Jerome catching up all that healing back. Another kidney shot on Jerome. Reverend trying to see if he can get a setup. That's going to be Reverend super low on health. He needs to drop an Infernal into Jerome's head and get him off his back. It's going to go for a little bit extra health to work with. Potentially just drop it down Infernal. Trying to get some Incinerates. If we can just get a couple of those casts, he'll be okay. Trying to point the rogue away from him. Is able to separate from a second, but it's going to be Shadow Step. Just back-to-back Eviscerants by the rogue into an Infernal for a quick second. That's trinket out of the Succubus CC. Wait, the Warlock could have actually had it there. But the rogue with a trinket, burning a trinket onto the short Succubus CC. No way. You can Shadow Melt anything. Literally. Wow. Imagine you get like a terminal illness IRL, you just Shadow Melt it. Like, nah, just remove it, man. Just Shadow Melt it IRL. That is incredible. The fact that Shadow Melt is that strong. I didn't even realize it was that good. But that just upgrades in my eyes. Gonna be a blind out of speed. Look at the setup onto Jerome to see how a full kidney shot to go. If he has a full kidney shot, Garrod blinded immediately. He's gonna trick it out of it. Next stun could be really deadly. Disarm onto speed. Trying to keep the dot pressure on Jerome. He knows he wants to go for a kidney shot. As Speed wants to go for a full Vendetta. Jerome trying to see if he can back up out of it. Full kidney shot, no chicken available. He's not letting this rogue go anywhere. Big and Venom to follow. Taking him out as the man tried to leave the arena, but he wouldn't be able to leave unless he was a corpse. Speed wanted to make it as quick as possible. My goodness. Some say you can Shadow Melt death itself. Well, I mean, that just gives a whole new cheat death meaning. Shadow Melt is toxic. Why does it exist? I feel like Shadow Melting a projectile makes sense, but Shadow Melting a AoE stun, I feel like it's just in a whole, like the Blizzard logic behind abilities. I just feel like that one is the weird one. That one I'll find like I'll find weird stuff with. I feel like projectiles is another story though, because it's flying at you and then you disappear like there's no target and then it dissipates. That makes sense in my head. But an AoE stun, I feel like, doesn't dissipate. I feel like that should still slam. But to each their own. Speed try to see if he can get himself a slow opener for Sensei, making sure to build up a full flesh count. He needs to make sure he has a full fleshy just in case Sensei's gonna get counter aggressive. Garrode opener by speed. In cap onto the rogue, however, with Alexium, it is going to be kind of short because he's an orc. Big damage out of. Oh my god! Sensei literally dropped everything. You dropped a flag, flipped the table, got out of there, fireworks flying. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of damage. Are you kidding me? What? Well, good thing Monk's spinning crank kick is going to enter by 5% in the next season, boys. Man. Did he just get procs? That was incredible. Sensei trying to see if he can reverse a lot of this damage back to XBD. That's going to be a karma that he's going to try to use into that thorns and all those bleeds. Trying to reduce the damage as much as possible. Going to be Zoed joining in. All the damage absolutely blasted out XBD as he's just looking to back up out of there. With a regrowth to follow. Sensei just looking to get himself a little bit of a health. Catch him behind the pillar. Trying to get himself a little bit more stabilized before it goes back into this feral. No more karma this time around, no more diffuse magic. He may be limited on some of the defensives and offensives, so XBD potentially could just take him out here, trying to build up some dots. He is playing that Kyrian, so every minute that kitty is going to be actually aggressive. But right now the cat is, I guess, just biding his time, just trying to keep the dots rolling on the Sensei. It's going to be kind of rough, honestly. Sensei is definitely going to have to, I don't really know. I guess land a full Lexi BDB. He's gonna have to wait for cooldowns, I think, if he wants to have an easier time versus XBD. He does still hold on to a trinket, so if he can somehow get a trinket out of the feral, maybe during his cooldowns throw an in-cap, force a trinket out of him, drop a BDB, and maybe turn it around, that could potentially be the play. Big karma, big catering damage out of XBD right now. And Sensei just absolutely melting. All those dots have set in while the Kyrian burst is on. I'm going to be a trinket for XBD off the X tube. And Sensei just trying to see if he can defuse the damage as much as possible. XBD's next go could be even deadlier potentially. I'm trying to figure out, like, when you play Kyrian Feral, do your bleeds... I think the bleeds do a lot of damage, but it's just the buff of the Kyrian maybe doesn't last long at all. Again, it's just not a playstyle we see a lot in this 5v5 1v1 dueling arena. Even though I'd like to see more of it. XBD trying to see if he can get some of those thrashes onto Sensei, try to get some damage up and running. There's going to be more combo points getting built up as we hit on that 8-minute mark, 24% dampening, so now you have a light little mortal strike effect on everybody, reducing some of the healing they're taking. And Sensei just trying to see if he can avoid the feral, buying himself some time in order to get cooldowns up and running. Lex Soup available, Zuen up and running, has himself images in case he needs them. And XBD is just trying to build some combo points, try to get himself some of a setup. Fist of Fury flying now by the monk. 9 minutes of the duel. He's gonna go for a bash to see himself a big go versus Sensei. This is gonna be full Kyrian burst. Straight out of Sensei with Alexi. Reversal damage back into XBD with a BDB down. XBD and BDB, dude. XBD covered in some BDB. All these names just sounds like I'm just saying acronyms. For one of them I am. Big kick on the XBD. Might be in a bit of a trouble right now with karma to follow big damage out of Sensei. XBD, no whatsoever. That's the win. Could just kill him over the edge. There's gonna be some regrowths as the monk trying to see if he can regain that advantageous position. Catches him in midair with an in cap. Trying to go for a big old kick. Maybe can catch up. Touch it dead. Just lays him down into the ground very, very gently with Popo gonna be up next. Trying to see if it might be able to make something work. Potentially. Sensei got himself a little bit of a sippy. Looks like maybe a big, not diffuse. Fortification brew. Trying to see if he can fortify himself versus the damage coming out of Popo. Trying to see if he can blast him out. Didn't quite land that running dragon punch at the very, very end. Gonna be ring a piece set up for both of the monks just trying to keep each other at bay. Trying to keep each other just booped out of the way, just trying to create a wall between the two. Gonna be a Lexi by the Popo, reversal damage by Sensei, karma by Popo. Does he get to reverse it fully? It's gonna be Sensei with the Aegis Stricken offsetting a portion of that karma damage into the shield, but should be able to stabilize and keep himself healthy. Popo also trying to stabilize as best as he can. Even if I spam is coming out, trying to use all the energy in order to catch up on health as fast as possible. In cap onto Sensei. Got himself images, but no leg sweep to lock him down. Sensei backing up out of there with a big old port. In cap to Popo. Trying to keep the damage rolling with the karma right after Pacific flying in. And Poe just trying to see maybe Whirling Jacket Punch will be enough here to take him out. Poe at very low health. It's going to be karma but Sensei, but Poe is determined to just keep the pressure rolling versus Sensei. That's going to be Ring of Peace to move him out of his own Ring of Peace. BDB down, random proc, like Super Sensei. Does he clothesline him right here? Sensei trying to see if he can turn the damage around, roll attack and punch test, and they're taking him out. I thought honestly Popo maybe was going to be able to catch up and take down Sensei, but looks like Sensei just kept trucking along, boys. Oh my goodness. There it is, man. There it is. Oh my god. Well, that was a lot of damage, boys. That was a ton of damage output for that boy. A ton of damage by the two, yeah. Alrighty, let's get an up and running, boys, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boys. What is this? Atha, what is this? Hold on. What is this? PvP changes, knocking on the door of Demonology, and the turret just kind of holding him up. Demonology sleeping. Hold on. They did get nerfed a little bit, Atha. That, to be fair, they did get nerfed a little bit, man. A little bit. Just a little. Oh my god, dude. How long is this gonna be down? The streams? It could be as long as you guys want them to be. We can go extra long today if you guys wanna. I'm having fun hanging out with the boys, you know what I mean? I'm just having a good time. I'm thinking usually the streams will go for another 6:32. Usually the streams will go for another 30 minutes, but we can go a little longer tonight, boys. I'm having a good time, man. Just hanging out with the boys. We wanna? Yo, if you guys wanna go for longer, we can. So you got 5? Let's go, boys. Give me a second though, yeah? Another few hours or so, FS. What's up, Jordan? You're having a great time today. You're a beast, boys. I'm having fun hanging out with all of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. A second here, boys. I realized that I'm really late to the duels, and I was rushing, and I forgot to do a one of my YouTube things, like sending up the duels video that I was working on with a fantastic thumbnail of your favorite boy. You guys are just gonna have to guess who it's gonna be. Wait, are we allowed to KEKW on YouTube? Yeah. I think the if you have the stream extension too, KEKW and all those, some of those emotes should be available here as well. Like if you do Monka S, it should be here. Poggers? Yeah, I don't know if they have like a new Poggers on here, but if you have like the YouTube, if you have that Better Twitch TV extension, that should work on YouTube as well. If you guys want to do that, that should work here just fine as well. I want to do. Sorry, boys. I know I'm stalling here. I'm not buying myself time. I'm not doing it on purpose. I am just slow with all the things I do today. Just a little bit on the slow end, but don't worry. And I thought, what'd you write? The minor nerf for Demonology will just scratch his death made on the door. Could have just made a word starting as a beast. True. I mean, that kick, I still think people are going to be unhappy that their kicks are getting nerfed. I'm sure they're going to find situations where it's like, man, if I just had an earlier kick, I would have been golden. But yeah, I guess I understand. At least it's good that the Demonology is getting nerfed, and like in a way it's like, wait, they're in a good spot. We're just trying to reduce some of the utility. But it's also we got DC modes, true, dude. Dalgasm. Hell yeah. Alrighty, now we're good to go, boys. So next arena is probably Tolveron. We're going to skip that and go to that hook point, boys. Anybody want to be a hook pointer or a short version, a hooker? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Nah, that's too much. Oh my god, that's a little much now. Come on, bud. What are you doing? What are we talking about? Ah, could you please? Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. The real pirates too. Where the culture and hook is at. For real. Do I gotta go again? Okay, we're gonna try again. Hook point. I'm just trying to give you guys a different arena. I don't want to do a 12 on. 12 is way too big. So we're gonna rotate through all the other arenas. We'll do the Maldraxxus arena, 12 on arena. Everything maybe but Mugambala. I think that one's also pretty big too. It's been a bit since you Mugambala. Maybe do the Kirin arena. Actually, maybe not. Dark mode. Dark mode for the eyes. You know what I mean? Maybe not. You bug? Yeah, sometimes it gets bugged out, even though it's not our fault. We're good though. We're good. We're chilling, boys. Alright, cool. Sorry, I'm still doing my background stuff. Okay, that's gonna be difficult with a small window, but I maybe can do it. Boys, don't kill each other yet. I'm just doing a thing. I'm just doing a thing. Okay, now we're allowed to kill each other. Now you're legally allowed to kill each other. So Twitch, let's get ourselves another duel, boys. Yeah, we got Banky over for the team one. We got Ewok on standby, Jerome. We got ourselves Sensei. The Chicago gonna be first up as an enhancement versus Speed. Oh. My. Those dragons. You guys are just already riding them, already rubbing them against one another. What is going on over there? We got ourselves XBD over for the team 2. We got Reverence chilling with his succubus. We got Popo ready to go. Gris in the back. And Speed going with a Garrote versus Chicago. Sunder by the Shaman. Looking to get himself full passive, full elemental wall up instead of Speed. Goes in for the big Vendetta. Just trying to see if he can track down Chicago. Is it going to be able to burn the damage through the wall? Wait a second. There's still so much damage. Full stun. Chicago chooses not to trinket it. And that's going to be damage back to Speed. Reversing a lot of it back. That's going to be still Vendetta rolling in. Cloak Shadows was used by the Rogue. Has himself the advantage. He definitely has to play a deeper stratagem, long stun lock build, doesn't he? He has to be, boys. He's got to be. The Speed he's just a maniac. Sunder by the Shaman, trying to see if he can find him. He doesn't even realize he was literally on top of the Rogue. He was literally on top of that man. I was so close. He almost had him there. It was actually so close. He almost had him there, boys. I can't believe it. That was ridiculously close. But Speed does end up escaping out of there, at least for the time being, scot-free, until Chicago picks up the eyes and finds him, or Speed decides he wants to poke out in the open. Being an assassin at Rogue is a little bit tougher than in Subtlety, because they don't have nearly the same longevity. Subtlety can just go for resets, recover all that health in stealth, and you burst ghosts every 30 seconds. With Assassin, it's a little bit longer. Massive strike by Chicago. Was that LA Blast, or was it just a fatty storm strike? What was that? I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that was, but that was a big hit. Speed didn't like that one at all. Definitely did not feel great. And he's gonna go for a bit of a reset, just trying to rethink his go here with Chicago completely. I don't blame him, honestly. What's up, brother? What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. How you enjoying the duels, my guy? Hope you are having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my man. Thanks for popping in. How you doing, guy? You excited for Season 3, man? Did you decide what you're going to be playing and maining for Season 3? Garrote to Chicago. Speed trying to get some damage in. Does get a poison bomb proc for Chicago as they're going for a big LA Blast. This is going to be Chain Harvest. Speed actually still looking healthy. Big Vendetta with Chicago. Trick inside of it. Wall. Sunder shot him down in order to take down Speed, but Speed does end up stabbing it out, making sure to disable the totem with a quick strike of his daggers. And that's going to go for a bit of a reset. Full Vendetta was up, but Chicago still can have those dots rolling in. But it's gonna have to wait out a little bit longer. They're actually playing very defensive. Cloak of Shadows up for Speed. It's trying to see if it might be able to avoid Chicago. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows or anything. No blind. Get a shot. Maybe able to use that just to reset. Potentially. And looks like he's going to be able to set up where Chicago does still have some kind of a dots rolling on him. Has advantage as a defensive in case things are really rough for him. So Rogue maybe at least has one way to escape him at some point or another. But it's definitely going to have to... wait it a little bit longer. First aid available. Could go maybe for a full setup, full re-go. versus Chicago, picking up the eyes, trying to see if he may be able to find the rogue before he can count himself a reset behind the pillar. Gonna be a spike on Chicago, send up some damage. Next gonna shot gonna be deadly, potential with a shiv. Chicago just melting out the stun. He just has to sit up for so long, just getting so low on health. Massive Chain Harvest does let him recover quite a lot of health, but the rogue is looking for the advantage as the damage comes out. Flame Shock still rolling on him, so it's gonna be putting him out of stealth. Looking for the reset. Sprint is able to suppress a lot of the Frost Shock slow. Let's just try to see if he can swing by Chicago, keep the damage rolling in. Blind onto the Chamois. It's just gonna go for a bit of a reset after. Just trying to reposition away from Chicago and keep the damage on this Raptors for a little bit longer. Any affliction gamers tonight? Nope, not right now. Not this evening, Tagsy. You're the only one that I know that's actually playing some Affy. So some Affy game, dude. Yesterday, Tagsy really popped off. You guys will be pretty happy for a video later then, if you like watching Tagsy. You gamers here had a day account. Yeah, honestly, that'd be so cool if one day, like, you know, we got cross faction gameplay. Maybe we can get a cross region gameplay at some point in the future. Yeah, boys. Gonna be a slow onto speed. Chicago trying to see if he can swing around him. Gonna be evasion up for the rogue. This is potentially trying to get some damage with Chicago. Got himself the rupture, got himself the damage rolling. Chicago dropping that capacitor on him. Speed is able to avoid it, walking away from him for just a second. No more evasion. Goku Shadow's rotating. Doesn't have a blind. Doesn't have a vanish. Potentially could go for a kidney shot. Big burst with Chicago. It's going to be a trick on the wall. Full burst out of speed. I think looks like he's just going to commit as much damage as possible, but instead, as Chicago looks like he's getting some recovered speed, trying to use that mobility in order to reposition away from Chicago. It does get him in a pretty big slow. Big board for Chicago. Trying to catch up to the rogue. The Earth Elemental keeping the rogue in combat. Ghost Raptor charging out. That's going to add a little bit extra damage towards speed. Burning that Warlock Hellstorm from his team, either by Gris or Reverence, giving him Warlock healthy. Did I really just try to give a short hand version for Warlock healthy just now? Able to get a kidney shot on Chicago, but is looking for a full reset. Speed not really looking that good right now. 5 minutes of the duel, not a lot of health to work with. Does finally get a vanish back up, so at least he got some escaping tools available. If Chicago can just lock him down with a Thunder Stun, potentially could be the go. Chicago does try to drop down a capacitor, doesn't quite do it. Thunder to speed, has a trigger for it. At least he's making sure he's mobile, trying to make sure he doesn't get blasted around the corner. Unless Chicago got plenty of Maelstrom in order to get one more blast blind onto Chicago, but the Earth Elemental is still on this rogue, but it does disappear at the very last second. That is so unfortunate. Unless Chicago can maybe somehow randomly find him. But that sap is going to stop any kind of movement, any kind of action. Maybe if you went around the corner and you went for like a crash landing, maybe they could have gotten the rogue out. But that is so tough to plan for. That is so difficult to plan around. That is actually incredible. Picking up the eyes again, looking for this rogue. Trying to see if they can find him at all. Oh. Yeah, that does look fresh. It definitely does look fresh, Cora. Speed with a reset. As we got 7 minutes into the duel, 12% a dampener. The rogue at least able to get himself a little bit of a flesh cut and a heal. Vendetta available for speed. Got himself evasion as well as cloak. Got vanish up very soon. Blind very soon. Using that evasion really early versus Chicago. Chicago tried to see if they could walk the rogue capacitor, but speed isn't all about that at all. Just trying to get some damage versus Chicago as best as he can. That's going to be Spike 1. Potentially big kid shot versus Chicago. Trying to get some big Vendetta bursts going on. That's going to be Chicago with a massive shot. Harvest absolutely just dropping speed out of left field. Oh my goodness. That was a lot of bursts out of nowhere. It looks like he just maybe was trying to set up for bursts this whole time. Waiting until just everything explodes all at once. It's going to be Chicago with the Aegis Stricken to follow right after. Espo trying to go for a little bit of mirror images. Trying to see if we can deal with Chicago at all. Jabs to follow. Trying to get some kicks in. Big spinning crank kick right after. Chicago trying to keep himself alive as best as possible. Big Ellie Blast of the Poe has himself the karma to follow. Chicago with some storm strikes back to back. That's going to be big Fist of Fury by Poe. Chicago trying to keep himself alive but touching death. Oh my god. After doing so much damage to the rogue. After just burning through so much damage onto the rogue. To then taken down by Poe inside of that karma and touch of death. Fist of Fury just nowhere to go. He literally can't even escape the guy in a super unfortunate situation, boys. Actually, a super unfortunate situation. Jerome stealthing back in, Sapper on the corner onto Poe, just trying to see if Might be able to have himself an easy go here. Getting the shot, Bo does have a trinket, immediately pops a trinket versus Jerome, putting him into a wall. I'm just gonna DFA. My man just escaped the Ring of Peace prison with a DFA. Lexi, massive kick, Jerome forced to trinket it. Oh my god. He gets to bring it all the burst. It'll last like what? First 5 minutes of the duel, it was very, very steady. And last 5 minutes, this is where everybody's bursted. It's like, all right, dampen is high enough. I can probably pop off the biggest burst damage I got. My goodness. That's crazy. Jerome landing a kidney shot versus Poe. Got himself a shadow strike. Back-to-back events rates over and over with a big resonator. Poe actually super low in health. Does have a karma in 15. If you can somehow survive until 15, get that karma. Maybe utilize it versus Jerome. He may be able to have something. Zoen is available very, very soon. Got himself images. He's Alexi for something. Jerome has no trinket, so next to could be very, very deadly. Visafir locking down Jerome, doing quite a bit of damage. Poe better have himself karma. Get a shot. Doesn't have anything to follow. Maybe Jerome actually takes him out. I think got the visitors. Oh. And they're thinking of nerfing the Viscera by 10%. I don't even know if that's going to do much. I think it's going to be dropping a bucket, honestly. Cheap shot onto Reverence. Jerome just looking for a bit of a reset with a succubus. Trying to see if he can juke and dive away from it. Trying to see get out of there. Conflagration up for Reverence. Jerome looking for a bit of a reset. Got himself that feint. But the dots still rolling. Is that a conflagration on him? Is that just a conflagration effect? Or is that an immolation aura? Immolation aura. Immolation. It used to be an immolation aura, or no, hellfire for warlocks originally. But immolation aura, that is the demon hunter thing, as well as the meta, which was a warlock thing. Kidney shot by Jerome, full DFA, trying to avoid the succubus, but it still catches him. Oh no, the succubus had the angle. Look at her go. Look at that. Gonna be a big old. What look like? What is it? A soulfire onto Jerome does put an immolation aura, immolation on him. Keep saying immolation aura. Reverend trying to see if he can move swing around. Conflagration back to back. Just trying to get some damage versus Jerome. Gonna be a kidney shot by the rogue. Get us back-to-back convincers. Reverend decides, you know what? I don't want to know how much damage that next adversary is gonna do. I'm gonna go for a trinket in the board. Got himself as much healing as possible with a heal as well. Battle Master Trinket. Cancel both on Jerome. Drop it down to random infernal. Decimated boulder around the corner. Doesn't do enough damage. Jerome had a cloak of shadows. I think Reverend still should have empowered incinerates, even if Jerome didn't take any damage from the decimating. That Inferno should keep him warm though with that succubus, and it's gonna have himself marked for death, maybe a slice that's ready to go. Reverence just needs himself a bit of a setup, get a shot by the rogue into succubus CC. It should be broken up by Inferno, but it doesn't get broken. Reverence does get himself a soulfire. Is it gonna be fast enough? Jerome trying to see if he can get a cast off. Mad ball of flame just drops on the boy's head. Rain of fire around the corner. Jerome is definitely gonna end up running into it. The fire should get him out in the open, and if maybe he can get a pet around the corner, maybe Jerome will not be able to re-stealth at the time. But looks like he is able to at least avoid Reverence for just a little bit longer. Unfortunate. Boys, get a shot at Reverence. Does he himself? Oh, he might need to wall this. At this point, dude, I just lost all concentration in commentating. I just saw the trinket next time. I was like, you might need to wall. I just have to clenching, hoping he doesn't die there. Man, that trinket. If they're gonna nerf Subtle to Rogue Eviscerate by 10%, can they also nerf that trinket to take it out of the game too? That trinket is so cheese. And I say it as a rogue, that's our best trinket. I say it as rogue because I think it was cheese. It does so much damage on its own. Back-to-back cheap shots onto XBD with a kidney shot. Try to see if he can juke him away. That's going to be a nice shot. It's a blind onto XBD, forcing out chicken for him. Another shot at him just to avoid XBD altogether. Jerome is just juking this guy, man. He's just dancing around this boy. XBD trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of self heal. Picking up the eyes, trying to maybe get Jerome out in the open. Jerome needs that reset right now. And that's going to be Thorns for XBD. Definitely doesn't want to touch him while Thorns are up. Let's avoid him. Sap on an XBD. Jerome most likely is going to have himself a proper go here very, very soon. No Shadow Blades, but he got dances. And that's no trinket available for the Feral. If maybe he can somehow get some... I was going to say maybe get some Shadow Strikes and then land a kidney shot outside of cat form. He may have had a really fantastic go. He's still got a lot of damage even though bear form and bark skin. Jerome is just blasted XBD wall and bear and bark. That was going to be merged in Friends of Region, I believe. Quick shots for Jerome so he doesn't sit roots long at all. Just try to avoid XBD as best possible. Maybe get away from him to get Sap. Does not get a combat fast enough. That's going to be a main by XBD. Perfect opportunity to get all the dots in the world. Just try to see if he can maximize them. And Jerome, I think it's just over for him, trying to go for advantage, but the shield doesn't come online fast enough, while in stealth, the XBD without Necrolord go just drops him down. 27.5k Resonator. Yeah, I mean, that's just what, 20% of someone's health? If not, wait, that's like 25% of someone's health. It's a quarter of someone's health. That trinket, that's crazy. What do we got next? We got Bakey over for the team 1, maybe Ewok, maybe Sensei. Looks like Ewok is looking at Sensei. Sensei's potentially looking at Bakey. And Bakey, I guess he's just maybe last, but he's not first. Ewok got to be first up. Got himself a flesh cut out in the open. XBD gives him a chance to just get him a flesh cut at least. Or he maybe wanted to pounce on him, but just wasn't next to him. Picking up the eyes really early. Try to get Ewok out in the open. Ewok with a Shadow Strike, Shadow Blades. Trying to see maybe able to get himself a bit of damage versus XBD. Was that real Shadow Blades? I think it may have been. XBD goes for a Cyclone, but Ewok decides to shrink at that clone. I'm not really sure why. Smoke Bomb, and he has a Resonator. Is he trying to see if he can walk him into Resonator? Did he just try to drop a Resonator in a bomb? Be like, hey, walk. He's going to leave behind, try to run into me, and he's going to run to Resonator. Was he trying to make some plays here? What is this? Big bites on the Ewok. He got him some advantage, but it's going to be over. Blind onto XBD. And Ewok with a cheap shot. Trying to make whatever damage he can. He's got him some cheap death mechanic. Which lasted for quite a while, actually. 10 seconds. That's a long time. I like what he was trying to do. He was trying to lure the Feral in. Here's the smoke. And I'll drop a grenade right next to me. You won't see it through the smoke. That was an interesting move. I like the idea behind it. But the Feral just didn't walk in. It was an interesting choice, though. Very, very interesting one. Sensei porting. Trying to see if he can AoE XBD out in the open. This Feral is playing a Necrolord this time around. So for Sensei, this could be a tough match here. This could be one of the tougher matches, boys. But XBD looks like he is going to be backing up for a second. Backing up behind the pillar. In cap by Sensei. BDB down onto XBD. Trying to see if he can maximize the damage. Shrinking by XBD with wall to fall and Sensei trying to get some slows. Onto the Bear Druid if at all possible. Cyclo by XBD. And looks like it's going to be able to go for a bit of a flesh cut, a bit of a reset here. As we head in that 15-minute duel. That's a long duel, actually. Full maim onto Sensei, trying to get some damage up and running. Gonna be the one join in. Karma Raptor. Sensei trying to see if he can maybe get some damage onto the Feral Druid. Wild Thorns is up, maybe reverse it back. He's gonna take a ton of damage as Sensei just gets so much pressure. Whirling Dragon Punch, gonna be a berserk at the last second. Sensei does have a pretty fatty bleed on him. He definitely has to start worrying about his health, and I think maybe that was a berserk just to give Grizz a bit of opportunity to land a kill. He pop a bleed on him, let Grizz walk at Sensei while he's under pressure, let him just swarm with all the pets. Gonna be Demon Dog is Mortal Coil, Soul Rod with a Tyrant right after. That's a lot of damage, lots of pressure. Sensei trying to see if he can use maybe the Diffuse. He got, no, not Diffuse, but the Aegis Trinket together with a Fortification Broom. That's going to be the in cap onto the Tyrant. Bubble handle go down around the corner. He's still got all pets around him. Stunned right after. Going to be the pets actually mauling him. And he does go down with Grizz taking him out. And Bakey is literally the last one left. But it's going to be Grizz full demonic army at the ready. Trying to get a stun of Bakey in case he's walking at him. But that's not going to be the case. He definitely is going to have to get all those pets back up onto Bakey. Potentially wait until another Tyrant play. And then go in. Bakey is not taking any time. Just gotta go in. Pop all the bleeds. Make sure to get a bunch of back-to-back bites onto Grizz as the wall comes out. Gonna try to see if he can record behind the pillar. Skull Bash. No, not Skull Bash, but an Axe Toss is gonna interrupt Bakey and the stun. They're gonna burn a trinket for it. Letting the dots take Grizz down. This Grizz got a Mortal Coil. He may be in a tight spot. Does go for a trinket a little bit later on that stun, but it's still just trying to see. Maybe he was trying to see, you know what? If I get stunned, maybe I'll trinket. Try to gauge it a little bit. Another restun does have a Mortal Coil. If he can get a bunch of pets in, he may be okay. He just needs to line aside Bakey. Convoke? What a Convoke? What the? Oh my goodness. I was thinking Necrolord Kitty again. Right now it's a Convoke Kitty. But he does Convoke him down at the very, very end. Oh my goodness, boys. My goodness, boys. Dude, that was a long one, man. That was a long duel. That was actually a long one. We doing one more? Yeah, I'll be down to one more. I'll be down to do one more. 210. Wow, we had a lot of these duels through the season, man. I think I reset all my duel audio with a new season. But man, this has just been, it's a long season, boys. Actually not the longest ever, but definitely has been one of the longer ones. Or at least it feels so long. Maybe it's because like the end of the expansion. Maybe that's why. Thank you guys so much for being here this whole time, man. This has been definitely a very, very fun experience. It's been super fun hanging out with all of you. But it's running Gambit, 21k DPS and Frost Mage CAC. Let's go. That's huge. Yo, mages are gonna be really, really good. With them Warlock nerfs, I think mages are looking on the they're gonna be on the rise. Frost in particular because of the AoE damage they do. The consistent AoE damage, Frost may be the boy to do it. Do you guys tell groups boys Chicago, Casper, or are you guys done? Because I'm down to go one more. If you have groups, I'm down to keep going. Might have to kill it here. 3 out of 5. Yeah, if you're just done Chicago, that's all good, my guy. If you're just done for the night, that's all good, my man. Nolden, how you doing? We need one more? Wait, Nolden got a group? Wait a second. Huh? Wait, does Nolden have a separate one? Or is he with Casper? Let's see if we can find 2 more at this time. Apparently, wait, is Nolden EU or NA? Hold on, Nolden. Are you EU or NA? Nolden. I'm not seeing you in real ID. Are you offline? Nolden. Because EU. Oh, no. Nolden, I was going to say for a second, your name isn't familiar. But my man, we're actually doing this right now on NA. Dude, there's no way you just set up a group on EU. I appreciate you making one on EU real fast, man. But today's NA duels. One more? Man, there's no way you had a 4-man ready to go. That's crazy. Dude, EU are just committed. You are just another level. I appreciate you for putting one together, my guy. Let's see if we can find 2 more this time. I got 5. Yeah, Chicago. We can maybe give it like a couple of minutes, and if what's what, we can maybe call it here if the groups are kind of done. I appreciate you putting one together, Nolan, though. I really, really do. But today is NA. I thought it was NA can play together. Dude, me too, man. How cool would it be for EU and NA to play together? Whenever you guys get on the beta, we can have EU and NA play together. And if we get into a PTR or like Dragonflight, we can definitely have EU and NA play together. But as of right now on live, EU and NA are separated. Maybe one day though. Because I think this has been some of my favorite streams is watching EU and NA compete together on the PTR or like the betas of an expansion. I think it's my favorite. We'll give it a couple of minutes, boys. Unless Chicago just called the group completely. I don't know if you have a group running right now or looking. But yeah, if you're just calling hero, I'm good. Yeah, they should do the Rattlesky beta 5.5s. Are enough of you guys on the beta? Because if enough of you guys have beta, we could do some 5.5 duels on the beta at some point. I think it'd be cool. Oh, one thing I want for Affliction is Soul Swap, man. Dude, let's hope we get some Affliction Warlock sounds soon, Taxi. Let's hope, my guy. I know, doesn't make it want to censor you, but they didn't bring back Crossfire Ball back on Mage. But it's a fun spec, now I have Flurry instead. Yeah, wasn't Frostfire and Flurry like... I guess they're kind of similar in terms of like the brain freeze. They could get a proc and you get an instant cast and it does a lot of damage. But like, Flurry has like that interaction with Shatter, while Frostfire was just like a big hit. Yeah, I'm surprised. I buy your Meskin Twist Nether. There we go, if you guys need a +1. Frost Mage and K2 Staff, K2 Trinkets, huge grids, K for both as well. Yeah, Trinkets huge. Dude, it's gonna be massive. Frost Mage is gonna be incredible. How to find the group? Normally the groups would be listed in Raids Legacy, boys. Normally. I want to get in. Yeah, more than welcome to, my guy. You guys are more than welcome to. Always. But I think the groups may be done for the night. But normally they'll be listed in Raids Legacy as 5v5 1v1 duel. Let me see if I can... Yeah, so Chicago's trying to see if they can get a +1. So actually we have groups right now if you want to join in. And cross factions enabled. You can join as Alliance or Horde. So Chicago would be able to get a +1. Casper has a +1. We can get one last duel of the night. Yo, Lee, my man, yo! 10,000? Thank you so much, my guy. Yo, can we get a hashtag Lee, boys, in the chat? Showing our appreciation for wonderful donor, my man. That looks like a big number. I get conversion and all that. But like, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate ya. Thank you. That's very, very generous of you. I'm listening to Legacy Raid. Yeah, you guys listen. So if you guys are gonna get in there, hashtag Lee, boys. Or if you want to do the full name, because I don't know how I can. I know I can say it properly. I want to say it's, I'm gonna try my best, dude. Sung Yo Lee, right? Because I don't know what kind of a sound does the EU. Song Yo Lee, maybe? That's the best shot, man. Tell me if I got it wrong. Oh my god. I tried my best, dude. That's the best that I can do. I'm trying to use like, wait, okay, use the English letters to try to make it the, I don't know what sound it would just make though. I know it's Korean, and like, Korean is definitely one of those where it's like the pronunciation of words is very, 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 very specific. So I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. Imagine Soul Ignited 311, oh, it's gonna be huge. Season 1 just absolutely blasted with that thing. Yeah, dude. That's like $7. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What arena should we do, chat? We do hook up. Oh. I know which arena I want to do. Last duel for the night, boys. The last duel for the evening. Give it your best shot and give it your all. By the amount of zeros, so much appreciated. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, boys. We are golden. Last duel of the night. Give it your best shot, boys. Switch. Give it your best all. Just take everything you got, leave it in this arena tonight in preparation of Season 4. Coming back into Season 4, I want everybody refreshed, geared, get yourself the honor gear, max it out as best you can, and let's have some fun in Season 4, boys, yeah? That's what I really want to see. We got this Baker over for the Team 1 with Ewok kind of just hanging inside of him with Stealthy. Kitty Cat joining in. I like that Mog. It's very blue. We got ourselves Winky back in. Oh, I like the skull face mask at the shoulder. Nothing else really matches, but I like that skull combo though. That looks good. We got Chicago over for Team 1 versus Team 2. They're missing one, but we got ourselves Grizz as a Demology. Popo is a monk. We got Speed in the back on his rogue. On his Alliance rogue. I like that metal bits he got going. I can barely see your character. Oh, I like the way that looks. And we got Wounds. Gonna be first time I think we've seen Wounds in his duels. Going for a trinket. Trying to see if we can drop down Winky with immediate stun. Silencer follow. Winky could be under a ton of pressure. Trying to see that maybe he could use the wings and serve him to potentially give him some damage. Full armor that had joined in for Wounds. Winky could be in big trouble. Is there an execute? Looks like it's gonna be bullet before you find out if he had that Soul Reaper execute on him. Wounds just trying to see if he can just take care of his wounds and try to make sure that he is extra healthy before Winky can even make some kind of damage happen. That's gonna be Winky trying to use himself and give himself as much stuff healing as possible. Hand of freedom ready to go. Just to keep himself moving. And Wounds just trying to play as proactive as he can. No more trinket available, no more IBF. Used a lot of defenses already, trying to keep the slows onto Winky as best possible, trying to get the intro at the last second, but Winky was able to dodge it. Maybe has himself a flash scuffed or two. Wounds does try to get away from Winky for a second. Turn evil onto the pet is going to get him stunned up. And Winky is slowed down permanently unless they got that hand of freedom, able to break themselves from those frosty shackles. Stun onto Winky, does have a stun back to Wounds, got himself the Legiborn, but he may be in big trouble. I think the Pally might just have him. Needs one more global death strike, does keep him alive. AMS to follow, trying to prevent some of the holy damage, and that holy damage will become runic power, which gives him more death strikes. The pet getting amped up. Sounds on Winky. Armin then join in. Wait, this could be really bad for the Paladin. Do they have enough damage to take down Wounds? Potentially, they just hit one more, and oh, does end up smiting out the Master of the Undeath out of the game with Speed. Gonna be up next. Immediate Shadow Blades. That's gonna be Winky with a Blessing of Protection. Speed can't really stop it. Maybe he can go for some Shadow Strikes, maybe for some Shadow damage, but it looks like he can't really bypass that shield at all. Just try to see if he might be able to go for a bit of a reset versus Winky. And Winky definitely needs to find a way to break away from this rogue. Shield events up very, very soon. Maybe he can get himself some healing. Maybe a flash cut to follow. Flash cut is keeping him alive right down the speed, trying to see if he can crack through those defenses. Winky, if you can survive long enough for your shield eventually to be back up, you may be okay. It's going to be Sarah from the last second. Does give himself a bit of versatility. Got himself lots of holy power generation. Shield Avengers back up unavailable. Does get himself wings. Shield Avengers is up. Will potentially explode back onto the rogue. Winky, does he survive the stun lock combo? Getting a shot. Speed, trying to give himself as much health to work with. Winky, trying to keep himself alive. That's going to be another word of glory. Actually still alive somehow, some way. Next stun onto Speed. Could be very, very deadly. The rogue has himself evasion. Does Winky have a Hodge? Cheap shot. That's going to be super heavily DR'd. Speed is trying to keep the pressure rolling. The Eviscerates are flying and does end up capitalizing on the Paladin. That's actually kind of incredible. He just kept in there, just kept trucking the damage. Oh my goodness. With Chicago going for trying to see if they can maybe suss out this rogue, trying to see if they can scout out for him. My God, that was so much, boys. Jesus Christ, that is so much pressure. That was actually incredible. That was actually incredible. I love that first duel versus the Death Knight of the Paladin. That was pretty close. But then the Rogue and the Paladin, that could have went either way. If that Pally had a Hammer of Justice at the very end, with Speed not having a Trinket, I think maybe that would have given an opportunity to land a kill and win. But if you don't have a stun, there's nothing you can do. You're just trying to buy yourself just a little bit more time. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Opener on to Chicago. Speed just trying to get himself very, very aggressive situation here. Mad damage to Chicago. Not really giving him much opportunity. Cheap shot right after. It's so blind to follow. Maybe trying to see if he can get a trick out of Chicago. Chicago is not going to give up a trinket just yet. But I meant to keep Chicago in combat though. So we'll not be able to go for a proper sap or anything. So Speed is going to have to wait out the either wait out the Earth Elemental or the next skin shot setup he's got going on. Maybe we'll give him a bit of an opportunity to land a kill in Chicago. Static zone and keep it in place. Chicago hit with a kidder shot. It looks like Speed is just trying to go for cheap shots, maybe looking for the proper reset where Chicago Earth Elemental should be able to get back up into the Rogue, does get in combat, does get an aggro with the Raptors joining in, adding up bonus damage and Speed. It looks like he just tried to kind of kite out Chicago as best as possible. All Chicago can really do is run after him with Ghost Strike, maybe get some auto attacks through the grates. That's about all they can really do. And maybe catch him with a slow at some point. Shadow Step by the Rogue definitely needs to put up some slowing totems around the corner in order to remove some of the Rogue mobility. It's going to be that grounding totem or binding totem down, Earthbind totem. And Speed, again, just try to see if he can somehow escape out of this. If only you had this Frostbrand weapon in chance where you could auto attack and you can get a stone somebody, I feel like that would help out Chicago as he's able to get some auto attacks to Speed throughout the grates in the middle. It looks like Speed, I mean, just still trying to cheese him out super, super hard. Yeah. Oh, Sunder does get him out in the open. Whoa! Chicago decided, you know what, I'm just going to try Capacitor Storm right next to him. The Rogue does walk into it. Sundered, discombobulated. There's going to be a big LA blast with the Raptors joining in. That's going to be Chicago trying to see if he can sprint out the Rogue. Doesn't let him reset. I think it was a proper Shadow Melt. Has advantage in case he needs to. But if you can somehow catch up to the Rogue and get him with a slow, you'll be in a fantastic spot. He's going to hit him with a Chain Harvest. Does get the Rogue deadly, deadly low. And that's going to be yet another Shadow Step. This Rogue Step has been trying to avoid Chicago as best as possible. Cloak or Shadows, still not a fantastic spot. Kyrian burst into Chicago, has the trick in case they need to. Is going to trinket with the Ghost Raptors joining in. Next LA Blast could be very, very deadly. Does Speed just stay in? No, Speed definitely goes in for a bit of recovery. Goes in for a reset. There's no way. Is there any way to instantly switch the camera 180 degrees for a Shadow Step juke? Yeah? Or you have to manually. So yeah, I use those. So the way I use it, Remedy, the way the camera works is, think of it like camera behind a WoW character, right? Like think of like a WoW UI. It's the same camera like layout. I have to hold left click and rotate the camera with the mouse myself. It's not like any kind of keybinds here. It's just literally with a maybe you can do it somehow in the camera settings, but I wouldn't know. Blind in Chicago. Speed looking for a full reset. Got him out in the open. Not a lot of health. No trinket. Speed should have this here, I believe. But yeah, RONT, if there's any settings to go into keybinds on just like camera stuff, you may be able to do it there. Can you set up a camera inspector mode? Maybe in the future I'll be down to Lee. Yeah, I'm not against it. Cheap shot, kinder shot, back-to-back stun Speed with a back-to-back against Chicago. Trying to see if they can maybe get themselves one more Storm Strike. Maybe. With Maelstrom behind it, maybe recover a little bit of health. But when you just don't have Maelstrom, you don't lock down back-to-back stuns, there's literally nothing you can do about it. And Speed was able to juke away from him. There's going to be Kitty Cat up next. Did he pick up eyes? It looks like he didn't. The eyes are up on both ends. So you can pick up eyes if he wants to find the Rogue. But also could be Speed picking up the eyes as well. I think Speed is not going to go for it. I think Speed is going to have to take his sweet, sweet time. And just play it very, very slowly. But the juke sounds so quickly, he just turned around. So yeah, there's no trick to it. I decided to do it quick. So if let's say I could expect it, sometimes I try to position my camera ahead of time for gravity. What's up, Kaido? How you doing, my guy? Hope you having a good one, my man. How you doing, bud? Hope you having a good one. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my man. Looks like Speed maybe looking at the eyeball. That eyeball is looking kind of good. He's gonna be able to find Kitty. Kitty out in the open, going for a couple of brutal slashes. In case maybe he's next to the Rogue. Hit him with a root really, really early on. How'd you root him? How do you instant cast root him? What is that damage on speed? By the way, that was Kamoke was massive for a second there. Jesus Christ. Speed is actually turning the Kitty shot around onto Kitty. It's going to be wall to follow with the bar skill after, actually just taking up all this damage. And Kitty with a quick main versus speed, just trying to see if he can maybe scoot around him. He's literally just scooting. How is he doing that scooting trick? But speed is going to be waddling away from Kitty, just trying to see if he can get it out of there. Hit him with a sap. Kitty, does he have any kind of AoE? Looks like he still has a bleed rolling on him. Eyes are not available anymore, so I think maybe Kitty picked up eyes. As so did speed, so maybe both of them picked up eyes. Try to see if he can go maybe for cyclone, shut him out by the rogue. He should know that the rogue is still there. Does throw a shuriken at him. Expose himself out in the open. Next Kitty shot can be very deadly. Kitty Cat doesn't have anything with his Kitty shot at all. Got himself friends to reach and that's really about 8 minutes of a dual cheap shot back to back of speed. He just continued to get those eviscerates into him back to back. Gotta be a quick roar by Kitty. But then yet another root. That's all you can really do. As Popo trying to channel some good posse vibes into the boy. Just trying to channel happy thoughts into him. Stunner speed, big convoke, big bite. Oh, speed has no health whatsoever. Does he just die? Oh, he lived. Barely, but he lived. Oh my goodness. One more dot tick with a crit would have been over. Jesus Christ, speed. That is incredible. That is actually just so incredible. How'd you live that? Good shot to Kitty. Doesn't have a trinket. Is this it? Do you get him here? Is this it? Does he do it? Trying to get the eviscerates. Doing it. Cheap shot to make sure it's locked down. Does try to make sure that the stuns are airtight. Kidney shot by Ewok. This is an opportunity to make a play right now. Maybe he can get some big damage. Resonator right next to speed. Does he get to do it? Does get to explode. And Ewok taking him out with a big old resonator cheese. Grizz is going to be up next, sending out an extra pet towards Ewok, but the pet doesn't really get a stun to Ewok immediately. He's going to be Mortal Coil, trick out of it as soon as he can. Ewok trying to see if he can take up this damage with evasion and quick shadows. Stun to Grizz, does have himself that dark pact as well as a wall. Blind by Ewok. Gonna be no trinket for Grizz. Looks like he's gonna wait it out. Letting the pets just chase after Ewok. That Wrath Guard, or at least Felguard, is at least gonna stay on him as best as he can. It's going to be Ewok trying to get some more spikes into Grizz, get some calm points for free, be feared by Grizz, trying to see if he can drain some life away from the rogue, but he can't really do much as long as that shield is on him. The drain life only really drains health if he does damage to the enemy's health, and then it gives you that healing. But if you got a shield, it actually doesn't drain. It actually doesn't give you a heal, if you weren't aware about that. Grizz trying to see if he can avoid it with the best possible stun into Ewok. Going to be a tower to join in. Mortal into Ewok. Grizz doesn't have a lot of health to work with, but definitely needs to make sure the pets are attacking Ewok as much as possible. That Tyrant can do a lot of damage if he just keeps him out in the open long enough. Going to be getting a shot into Grizz. The Tyrant continues to blast. Ewok almost has him. Does have cheat death, but still could be pretty deadly for Grizz. He's going for drain life. He can still die to the dust. The rogue trying to see if he can avenge himself. That's going to be Grizz with the shield at the very end. But Grizz does end up avoiding him with a Dark Pact. It looked like the rogue was actually going to end up taking him out at the very last second. Maybe he could have came back. Maybe he could have had a revenge story. That would have been amazing. Bake is the last one over for the team 1. Trying to see if he could take down Grizz. Skulking around, stalking him. Grizz got no health whatsoever. I think Bake is just going to do the minimum amount of damage to take him out. Mortal Call by Grizz trying to catch up as much heal as he can off of Bakey, summoning him over pets. He's going to force Bakey to pop a defense or something, anything. It's going to port. Again, just trying to get Bakey to commit some sort of cooldowns into this. Did Bakey power Battle Masters? I don't think he did, though. That's going to be Grizz with no health whatsoever. Yep. Poe charging now. This is where Grizz, if he can maybe somehow force cooldowns on a Bakey, that would give Poe an opportunity to at least maybe get something done with Bakey. Something, anything at all. As Bakey is just going to avoid Poe for a moment, picking up the eyes, trying to see if he can catch the kitty cats, trinket and everything available for Bakey. He's going to get an in-cap as Bacon trying to get the proper opener into a Ring of Peace. Lexi got himself a bunch of images. It's going to be Zuen not joining just yet. Massive kick into Bacon. Bacon looking to get out of there. Scott-free. It's going to be Zuen joining in. Bo not giving him much of a breathing room. Big jabs. Bacon trying to avoid it. Leap away. But it's such a death range. It's over. Oh my God. Poe just ended up taking him down, just trucked after the boy. Speed with 3 kills, man. Actually played that one really well. I am surprised he lived off Feral, though. I am very surprised he lived off Feral. We're playing that really well, though, boys. Yo, that was a great game, honestly. That was a fantastic game, boys. That was a good one to end it off on the night. Yo, what a lucky dude. Kid is probably not geared in the ways of Fukuoka. That dude, he did do a lot of damage, though. Like that first Kamoki he had versus versus speed at the very beginning when he got him in the root and then stun and smoke bomb real quickly. That Kamoki was doing a lot of damage. That was so close, dude. At that point, you just had to hope and Convo gives you back-to-back bites. It was a bit RNG. 4V5 came out ahead. I'm surprised. Grid sign now. Thanks so much for joining us, Grid. Appreciate it, my man. Super fun hanging out with you, my man. What is Teamwork doing? Palomar selfie? Trying to join with the Palomar selfie group? Wait, Palomar Deathwing. Palomar selfie group. Is he just getting people to join in just take a selfie with the boy? Is that it? What the? So fun. Thank you, Dal. Yo, thank you so much, boys, for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for coming by. These duels are super fun to host. Tomorrow, we'll see what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow is normally like Sunday. Tomorrow is normally a day off for me. Maybe an alpha stream tomorrow, boys. Checking out some more class builds. I have to wait and see, find out. Too fun, duel, nice. Thanks for the fun, Dal. Yo, thank you so much, RMT. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it to all of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate you. It's always a blast hanging out with you boys. But yeah, tomorrow I'll see what I'm doing. I really love streaming alpha and hanging out with you guys. I might still do it. I might still. Oh my God, Ewok, my man. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, appreciate you, my guy. Yo, can we get a hashtag Ewok in chat? Thank you so much, man. Showing appreciation for my guy. Thank you. Right as you hit membership, I started coughing. I was trying to see if we can hold it back as best as I can. I don't know if you can see my face. Yeah, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. Boys, hashtag Ewok, become a member. Also, Ewok, if you want to connect your YouTube to Discord, join our Disc. Connect your YouTube account that you can member with the Disc, and you'll have a special on Discord. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Feel free to spam the stream, the chat emotes as much as you want to whenever we're streaming. Literally, if you want to spam all day, you're allowed to. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you so much for support. I appreciate it. Thank you there, boys. Thank you. Tomorrow, again, we'll see. We'll play by ear. There's let's plan for I'm not streaming tomorrow, but there's a chance that I will end up streaming some alpha anyway, because I've been having a lot of fun with it. Apparently, we got class changes on hunters this week, and even more updates coming out in the next update. So I definitely gotta take a look at that. Rogue talents have changed quite a bit. I think some have been adjusted slightly. And Droid, we took a look at Droid last time. Didn't really get too many changes. Priests are about to receive a bunch of updates though, so that could be fun. And so are Evokers apparently. And hopefully Unholy Deathland will get their update with the whole Army of the Dead stuff in the future. And maybe we'll get another class soon. Yeah, maybe mages will get something new. But it looks like they've been doing a lot of communication with the community, man, about some of the updates. And hopefully they, I don't know if you guys saw the Soar nerf on the Drakthi Evokers. But like the Soar ability to fly, and they're basically nerfing it by 30% or 60% or something. The maximum speed for it. I really think they shouldn't. Like it's a fun ability out in the open world. It's just slowing down the ability. There's no need to slow it down. Like let them be able to fly out in the open world. It's like, I think they're nerfing it because other classes can't get around the world as fast as an Evoker, like the old world. And it's like, well, eventually guys are gonna add Dragon flying in the old world anyway. You know, so it's like, what's the point of slowing down? Just let the Drakthi Evokers have that ratio that lets them travel open world. It doesn't actually like, change anything. Dungeons, raid performance, all that stuff, yeah? But boys, thank you so much for coming by. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Super fun hanging out with all of you. And I'll see you guys all in the next stream, yeah? Alright, you guys take it easy. Again, tomorrow, not sure if it's streaming or not. Play by ear, we'll find out. But boys, thank you all so much. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys on next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.